Wrong game. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? It's working now. Thank God. I get scared when y'all can't hear me, bro. Like, I don't know how long some of you been watching my channel, but we used to suffer from not being able to hear me before in this game. Alright, so give me a second. Let me get my television set up. Big shout outs to Wubby for streaming the Gauntlet and doing what I was offered to do, which was play somebody else's account, and I turned it down. Keyran, I have not been playing. I'm level 5. Shut up. Alright, let's turn the chat off here. Alright. So, I don't know if you guys tuned in to Wubby Gaming's stream, but if you were watching my stream, we watched his stream, and then eventually, better late than never, we got a chance to interact, whereas I was trying to interact with his chat, and it wasn't helping much. So, we can wait just a second for people to show up. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because I put all the live streams to where they permanently stay on my channel, so you guys will be able to watch this later on. All right. The spenders have definitely got more potential in this Gauntlet than free-to-play does. Okay, and to start off right away, I'm going to tell you right now, I love it, guys. I love the update. I love it. I love it, okay? Now, the reason why I love it is because it gives me something to do again. There's hope. Meaning, like, now I get to try and beat the Gauntlet without using gems again. Meaning, I can't wait. Mark my words right now. In the future, you're going to be watching a video. Lost Jumper beats the Gauntlet without spending any gems. Okay, I promise you. But we didn't, like, that was already over. Like, I get the sad part is that you don't have as much dust coming in, okay? I get that. You don't, it's hard as fuck with my 130s. How far were you getting with your 130s anyway? You know what hard does, Francis? Hard makes you a better player. It really does. Hard makes you a better player. Easy does not make you a better player. Doing stuff that's hard is how you grow. If you're not doing something that's hard, then you're not challenging yourself. If you're not challenging yourself, then you're not going to grow. I promise you. I promise you. Like, do I like the quest monster? I like the way the quest monster looks, but I don't like the quest monster, if that makes any sense. I think it looks amazing, but I don't like it. Okay, like, I'm not sure exactly what node it was, but it was the 50s. The 50s is where the Gauntlet gets hard. So, assuming that you were barely beating the Gauntlet yesterday, or the day before yesterday. Let's say, assuming you were barely beating the Gauntlet the day before yesterday, then you're probably only getting to like 52. But if you remember, like 2 months ago, 52 was a brick wall for free to play. Why? Because Bombetta couldn't survive after 52. All right. The other thing is, if you were smart and you're like me, what have we been doing with our Stardust besides recently when we ranked a bunch of monsters? What were we doing with our Stardust before then? We were ranking our book pages. We were ranking our book pages because we needed rewards. So if you've been following my lead and you've been watching my channel and you've been doing the same thing and you've been ranking your monsters for book rewards, then it's going to be okay. I promise you, it's going to be okay. The reason why it's going to be okay is because all of those useless monsters that we were spending dust on and we were ranking are now valuable to us. Meaning, we're now going to be able to convert those monsters into extra stardust. Now, let me give you an example of this. What I noticed today from watching that Gauntlet is that knowledge is actually very important when it comes to things like baiting. Because you may think you can just bait a node with this monster or that monster. And you're like, oh, this guy wears a mask, or oh, this guy wears a shield. I can bait with him. Oh, this guy wears an armor. It's now it matters. There's something you got to ask yourself. What element is the bait monster? You now have to make sure that you are baiting a monster with the same element. Meaning, if you're trying to bait an electric monster, you have to use electric bait monsters, okay? If you're trying to bait a magic monster, you have to use magic bait monsters, okay? That has been basically shown to us, meaning look what happened when you take Henrich in versus a water monster, and you're wearing 3 life 10s. You get one-shotted. But if you just remember last month, what happens when you take a Henrich in versus Simus, if you don't take off one of those 3rd life runes, you won't get hit for enough damage, and you won't even get your relics to trigger. Well, now, you need to make sure that you're going in with the same exact type bait monster as what you're trying to bait. Now, when we look at monsters, I've seen a lot of those nodes. Okay, look, I've seen a lot of those nodes where we need to bait more than one node, or more than one monster, I mean. Now, if you remember previously, when they just made recent updates, look back at the updates that they made to the Gauntlet before. They added in monsters. They added in the bunny, the Relic, okay? They added in Lonrad, and they added in Miseris, all right? Those are the 3 monsters that I remember them adding in. You've got to ask yourself, why did they add them in? It was because they were trying to get you more active. Okay, like Relic and Moonhaze having 30k speed. If you were a noob, that became a new hiccup for you. You're like, man, I don't outspeed these. So what were you doing? You're baiting them. People who have Henrich are like, I can bait the whole node. People who have Rotten are like, I can bait the whole node. What about the people who didn't have Henrich and Rotten? Well, they're looking at it like I'm trying to bait 2 monsters. Other monsters are going to start becoming useful. Like, let's look at somebody like Spitfire, okay? Who talks about Spitfire? No one talks about Spitfire, all right? No one. But do you know Spitfire can wear a mask? Do you know if you spend 40 million food on a mask, it can drain 300 stamina twice? Do you know that he wears a Uriel essence? Meaning, if you take him in and he gets hit once, he could drain or he could die, and then he comes back. So let's say the first monster is something like a light monster, like Super Fox is going to hit you. And the second monster is an Axle Mech who's going to hit you with a fire move or something. You could easily know. You got to know what element you're trying to bait. And then it's like, boom, my guy gets hit, he dies, he revives. Now he gets hit by a fire monster. He is a fire monster. The monster does half damage. He survives. The monster gets drained 300 stamina. Now I come in, I'm looking at one attacker or 130 some 40k monster who's going to hit me. He's going to hit me. I'm going to revive, so forth. Okay? One thing I noticed is no more cheap relics. Okay? If you guys watch my stream, you know that I am a firm believer of trying to stretch our buck for our bang, okay? I still need to stretch my buck for my bang, which meant I wasn't leveling relics to 40, okay? I wasn't. I don't even own a 40 level relic. I was leveling gold masks. I was leveling, 2 relics. A bait monster to me was a monster that could wear 2 bait relics. Why? So that way I didn't have to have them all the way leveled up, and it was cheaper for me. It didn't cost me all that food investment. Like, oh, the mask drains 180, the armor drains 100, that's 280. Let's go in and drain the monster. That's not going to work as much anymore, okay? That's not going to... What's more important now is being able to use an elemental weakness, okay? That's more important than anything else when it comes to baiting. The monster you need to bait needs to be the exact same element as the monster you're using to bait. That is super important. Now, yes, we got the gold up. We got the gems up. That's what we do on this channel, bro. We grow. We upgrade, we put the work in, whatever you want to say, we build the account, call it whatever you want to call it, say whatever you want to say. Okay? That's what we're doing here. This is supposed to be a question and answers, not just me running off at the mouth. So let's get some questions. Anybody who watched the streams, what's your questions? I'm serious here. Like, there are such things as stupid questions, but I'll just tell you your question's stupid and I'll still answer it. So what did we learn from the stream? What questions do you have? I know people got to have questions, man. I just thought right away I'd throw out there, is the new Gauntlet working for LJ yet? No, it's not working for me. Why? Can you... Yeah, I finally have 2 mega taunt monsters for the Gauntlet. 2 mega taunt monsters equals 60 Stardust, bro. What tasks did you do for those gems? I did Monopoly slots. LJ, do you believe you can beat the Gauntlet? Not yet, but absolutely. I have no idea what's on those nodes afterwards, but it looks fun, guys. It looks fun. It looks fun. That's what it looks like to me. No level relics. All right, well, do you have throwaway monsters? Another thing, like there's 2 things that I've been stressing on my channel, okay, guys? The 2 things that I've been stressing is that you need to get every single cosmic that comes out that's free to play. I'm in Mountain Standard region, United States, Colorado. You need to get every single cosmic that comes out. There should be no excuse why you're not getting every cosmic that comes out. Maybe your reason is you're spending too much gems on race. I don't know. The point is you need gems for your Tails monster, gems for your quest monster, gems for your race monster, and that's all you need gems for in this game. The rest is just luxury. Okay, now, you need to be getting every monster, and then I stress that you need to at least rank them for your book rewards. If you've been doing those 2 things, you're in a better situation for taking on the new Gauntlet. The new Gauntlet is going to do exactly what tips... I gave a tips video already on the old Gauntlet a long time ago. I told you guys about how I was going to learn to use all of my monsters. I want to use them all for something. I want to do this. I want to do that. I got to bait. I got to use life runes. I got to use relics. We got to get at all of our resources, everything that we worked for, everything that we own in the game, all the hard work that we put in. We want to suck every drop out of it. Like if it was a fruit, we want to squeeze it till there's no juice left. Every monster that's still alive at the end of that Gauntlet is a monster we didn't use. That's a waste. Unless you've got it finished, where it's completed or whatever. Jumper, I got 1,100 gems from tasks in 4 days. That's good. LJ, do you think I can still use the old free-to-play team you used to use? What team is that? What do you mean? I know it's early, but can you tell me who to invest in to go as far as possible in the Gauntlet around 15k plus dust right now saved up? Steamrath. Steamrath, bro. Steamrath. Steamrath is going to get you to node 52. Steamrath, bro. That's who you need to invest in. Steamrath. It's even better than that Steamrath, bro. Take Steamrath to rank 5. Steamrath is definitely the #1 monster that's going to make sure you're making dust. If you have a Steamrath and it's rank 5... it's going to get you more dust by itself than any other investment. There's too many nodes where you could get alted because these monsters, you don't have to have Ferris. Listen to me, guys. I didn't say Ferris, did I? The man asked me a question and I answered a question, and you never heard Ferris come out my mouth. Okay, Steamrath, only my ass. Listen to me, okay? Listen to me. Listen to me about Steamrath, all right? Steamrath can wear a Jazzy's mask. Let's go check out a Jazzy mask real quick. I'm going to explain to you guys how Jazzy mask works with Steamrath. I got one right here. We're going to assume it was leveled up all the way to max. All right? This is Max Jaster's mask. If you read it, it doesn't matter. It does not matter how much stamina you drain. That's not what's going to be important, okay? The second part of Jazzy's mask is what's going to be important. It's going to give you 775 stamina every single node if you use it right. Do you get that? You understand now? You're going to get 775 free stamina every single node. Now you may wonder, how do you do that, Lost Jumper? How you do that is by sticking to killing one monster at a time. If I'm punching on one monster the very first time I hit that monster, I'm going to drain stamina and I'm going to gain stamina, okay? Assuming that you came from the previous node and your stamina wasn't all the way full, it now should be, because the first punch you do on the next node with Steamrath is going to give you 225 stamina back. Then you're going to beat that monster to death, and you're going to be low on stamina from beating that monster to death using your cycles. Then you're going to attack the second monster, and you're going to gain that stamina back that you used killing the first monster. And then you're going to attack the third monster, and you're going to gain the stamina back that you used killing the second monster. And then when you go to the next node, when you punch the first monster, you're going to gain the stamina back that you lost on the third monster. That is how you do it, okay? Who to pair the Steamrath with? Got her rank 5 already. If I had to give you the best, if you're rich and you have the best, Lupo. Lupo is one, Tabora is another, Bomb or Megataunt. If you have Shelly, that's amazing. So you need a Megataunt, you need a trait disable, you need a Purr, and you need... let's see, outside of a turn transfer. So you need a turn transfer, a Purr, a trait disable, and, well, actually, we don't even, yeah, you do need a trait disable, and, well, no, you just need an AoE Purr. Then you just need a Megataunt. You just need a Megataunt, but, okay, like, if you don't have Lupo, then you need either Masher or you need Lindworm, and if you don't have a turn transfer, the only thing a turn transfer is going to do, listen, the only thing that a turn transfer does with Steam is save you kill time. That's it. Because since you're going to turn transfer to your Steam, that allows you to wear strength on your Steam. If your Steam actually has to be fast enough to go on its own because you don't own a turn transfer, then you're just not going to be able to wear strength, and it's just going to take you longer. That's the only real thing that a turn transfer is doing here. A turn transfer is saving you time. And if your turn transfer is Lupo, it's giving you 825 free stamina a node, because when Lupo turn transfers to you, you gain another free 50 stamina. Yeah, like that's what I hope to do here, Yash, is basically like, if you sub my channel, that's what I'm trying to give back, is free knowledge, man. Like, I'm not rich, I can't give you money and say thank you. Should I rank up Steam right now or after I rank up Cryo? Do you own a Megataunt play? Do you own a Megataunt already? Do you have Bomb? Do you have Bomb play? Rank Steam first. Rank Steam first. If you care about making Stardust every day, rank Steam first. The reason why is because Steam is your income. The higher ranked your Steam, the more dust you're going to make every day from the Gauntlet, which you can then take that dust you make from the Gauntlet and level up your Megataunt. Whereas if you level up your Megataunt first, you're slowing down how much Stardust you're going to make every day. Can I still use Bomb, Tabora, and the other CDA monsters? Sure you can. But Steam's better. And the reason why Steam is better is because all you have to do is get Steam a turn and you win. Imagine if as soon as your Kodama got a turn, you just automatically won. Could you get away with using a Strength Rune on Steam? You can get away with using 3 Strength Runes on Steam if you have a turn transfer on most nodes. That we're talking about without Ferris. We're not talking about with Ferris, guys. We are not talking about with Ferris. That is why this mask is up here on the screen. Okay, if you have Ferris, this mask doesn't do anything for you. Are you listening? If you have Ferris, this mask doesn't do anything for you. If you don't have Ferris, you have to have this mask. That's why my mask is on the screen, okay? The whole point why this mask is on the screen is to tell you, if you don't have Ferris, you have to have this mask. Okay? If you do got Ferris, then this mask doesn't fucking do anything for you. This mask is useless. Why? Because Ferris is giving you infinite stamina. Level 10 is not good enough. Megataunt is... Listen. Megataunt is 30 dust a day. If you're asking me from a free-to-play perspective, I'm telling you right now, Megataunt is 30 dust a day. You got 2 Megataunts, that's 60 dust a day. So I rank up Ferris to get the super tuned. If you want, sure, yeah. Or you level this mask up. You take your pick. You either get this mask or you get your Ferris rank 1. Ferris rank 1 or this mask. Having them both is just having extra tools in your toolbox. Who to pair Ferris and Steam? All right. Either a turn transfer, a Megataunt, or a Tabora. Those are the 3 best things to pair your Steam Ferris with. Why? You need to be able to per evades. You need to be able to per damage mirrors. You need to be able to Megataunt take a hit from someone that's faster than you that won't kill your Megataunt. Or if you're sacrificing your Megataunt, you're going to take a hit, your Megataunt's going to die, then your Steam is going to go and you're going to win. Okay? With the Rune Guardian on, if you're listening still, with the Rune Guardian on, okay, and a level 150 Steam, and 6 team speeds, you can have over 30,000 speed Steamrath. Which means any monster that was faster than 30k, you bait, and then you go in with a 30k Steam, and you win. Okay? That is a goalpost that I believe you work towards. The same people that are going to tell you Steam is slow aren't going to be making as much Stardust as you. They're going to get alted. They're going to have to pay gems because they got alted. A lot's going to go wrong. So I can still make dust. I was so worried. You can, but it's not as easy to make dust as it was before. Meaning, even myself, I'm not going to be going in. I'm still going to be making 300 dust. I still seen today. And you also got to remember that we only seen 1 day worth of the Gauntlet so far. Okay, we've only seen 1 day. Hey LJ, I'm making a new PvP team. Attack Vamp, Arrow, Bat, and Cryo. When he comes out, any rune recommendations? I recommend you don't run that team. How are you going to beat the enemy's Cryo? Like, how would you beat the same team? Let's say I'm going to run the same team you're using. Vamp, Arrow, Bat, and Cryo. How do you beat me? How do you beat Vamp, Arrow, Bat, Cryo using Vamp, Arrow, Bat, Cryo? Yes, regular, I agree. I agree with you, regular. I wish they would have done that same thing. How do you know they didn't? Yeah, I mean, do you got any proof? Do you got any proof that the Gauntlet? Do you got any proof that the Gauntlet? Well, yeah, don't worry about cussing as long as it's not off topic. Don't worry about hiding some profanity. I'm not like. I think kids are gonna hear it all. Like, isn't the fastest only 18K? Speed is definitely gonna be a very important thing. Another thing, if you don't own a lot, everyone should own 6 team speed runes. If you're using a Gauntlet team, everyone should be working towards having the ability to wear 6 team speed runes. Meaning, like, let's say all of your Gauntlet team wears 9 runes, okay? Or let's say your Gauntlet team wears 9s, 8s, and 7s. You don't even have any 10s. You got 130s, you only got 9s, 8s, and 7s. Make sure you can put at least 6 of them team speed. Because there's going to come nodes where you're going to need 6 team speed. That's the only way you're going to go farther. Alright, well, regular. Imagine Tabora is only needed for, like, I'm trying to tell you guys that you can save a lot of resources by having Steam. If your Steam is ranked, you're going to not need to rank your Kodama. You're not going to need to rank your Bomb. You're not going to need to rank your Tabora. Why? Because you're just going to bait and use Steam. Like, LJ, do you think a new era will be here soon? No, I don't. The reason why I don't think, and let's go, I'll tell you right now my opinion on the new era. If you come here to the library and you go to the Cosmic Era, which is the era that you're asking me if I think it's going to end, and you see, like, we've been going in order and we get all of these, and then you got this page right here, okay? I think this is I don't think there's going to be another page like this page in the era. I think this is the last page like this page in the era, which means I think once these 2 monsters are given to us, whatever season the last one is given to us is going to be the last season of the era. Does that make sense? As soon as that last monster is given to us, that is the last season. All right? Now, if you look, we're getting 1 monster per season. That means we're currently on the Robo Elf season, okay? I think we're getting 2 more seasons, and then the era is over. That's my logic. I'm no genius. I'm not probably right, but that's my guess. If I had to bet my money, that's how I bet my money, okay? As soon as we get that second monster, 2 more eras, okay? That's what I'm saying. That's how I see it, in my opinion. So, when the next era comes, it's going to be page 10. And then when the next era, or I mean not next era, when the next season comes, it's going to be page 10. Then when the season after that comes, it's going to be page 11. And then there won't be a page 12. That's my opinion. There won't be no page 12 for this season. Or for this era, I mean. That's my opinion. LJ, what about the people that can only afford level 7 runes? If you can only, that's the kind of people I was just talking about, Fire Lord. If you can only afford 7s, make sure you have the ability to wear 6 times Team 7 speed. Okay? You're going to need 6 level 7 Team speed runes. Because there's going to be nodes where your number 1 goal is to make your monster as fast as possible. Speed is the most important thing to making Gauntlet Stardust now. We are not going to be defeated by how strong the monsters are. We were getting defeated by how strong the monsters were last Gauntlet, before they even updated, okay? Mythics OTK you. You go into node 54 and try to get somebody wearing speed runes to not get killed. Correct. If you're working on the book rewards, you should be able to get level 9s. It shouldn't be that hard to get level 9s if you're working on the book rewards. Okay, but what's important about the runes, even if you're playing with 9s, even if you're playing with 10s, even if you're playing like... There's people that play with 10s and they still don't own 6 times speed, team speed 10s, okay? all the Cosmic Era page is easy. Like I've only missed one, and it was Thunder Kong, and I only missed him because I didn't know I needed him for runes, or I would have never missed him. I spent like 300 gems and missed him breeding. Had I known he was going to be on a book page for level 9s that I needed, I would have just bought him in the shop. But he wasn't on the book page back then. They changed the books and moved him to the page. All right, listen. Aside from me saying if you're on an iOS, that's your own fucking fault, meaning nobody's holding a gun to your head saying play with this shitty Apple, okay? But I'm not going to sit here and try and explain all that to you. I'm just going to say this. Look, let's say you don't get gems, okay? Let's say the only gems you get are the free ones in the game, all right? And let's say you haven't been playing that long, so you don't get that many gems every month. How many gems do you get a month is the first question I would ask you. What is your gem income? How many gems a month are you getting? That's what I would ask you, play. How many gems a month are you getting, play? How many gems a month do you make? Usually 100 gems a month easy. You're not play. Okay, 500 through 700. You know what you need to do with that 500 through 700, play? You need to buy the quest monster. You need to buy the tails monster. And then you need to join a 10-lap team or a 20-lap team that you can get away with the least amount of gems possible and unlocking the monster. That's what you need to do with those gems. You need to make sure that every month your gems are making sure that you have the tails monster, the quest monster, and the race monster. That's perfect play. Then you take the gems that you make and you buy the quest monster and the tails monster. Now you got to be smart about the quest monster because look, you can spend gems trying to breed the quest monster and not getting. So if you're really hemmed up with gems, don't even risk breeding the quest monster past free breeds. Now what I mean by free breeds is, listen, let's assume you had the monsters to breed the quest monster. When the event would start and the breeding event starts, you could try 4 times, okay? You could try 4 times to breed the quest monster. And you fail all 4 times. You don't gem any of the hatches, okay? You let your guardian run out. You wait 2 days for your guardian to reset. Your eggs should be hatched by then. You pay the guardian a second time. You try a second time to breed the quest monster 6 times. If you don't get it, you spend 350 gems at the shop and you buy the quest key and 50 cells to the quest monster. That's what you got to do every month. You can't be the guy who tries to spend 200 or 300 gems getting the quest monster and you don't get it, and then you're like, shit, if I buy this quest chest, I spent 700 gems trying to get the fucking quest monster. You can't do it. The frat monster, any advice? For one, the frat monster is easier to breed, but you would do the same thing. Since it comes at its own time, you do the same thing. You try 4 times. You let your guardian reset. You try 4 more times. If you didn't get it in 8 tries, and you're not on a team that bought at least 1 set of gems, reevaluate the team you're on, man. Or join a team that does... Yeah, you only need 1 player on the whole entire team to buy like $50 worth of gems. And you get the monster. I still recommend trying to breed it because if you only get the cells to the monster, it's going to take you 4 days of shipping and handling before your monster comes. Whereas if you at least breed it, it comes in 2 days and it uses the 2 past monsters, the previous 2 past monsters, so it's super easy to get. It's not like you're missing the combo. The only way you're missing the combo is you're brand new or you're not active. Like, meaning you're refusing monsters on purpose. LJ, how much gems do you think free-to-play with no tasks should get a month? There's a sheet on Monster Legends Guides, I think. There's roughly 900 to 1,000 gems available free to play if you're making top 5k Gold Fever and you're making top 5k Food Event every time. If you're top 5k'ing all the events and you're free to play and you're doing the dungeon, you're beating the Nemesis dungeon, you're doing your mazes, you're active, you can get 1,000 gems a month. You can get 1,000 gems a month with no tasks. That's how many you can get. I feel like the reason why you're free to play is because you have time. Meaning, if you don't have time, you got to make a choice. Why are you playing video games if you don't have time to play video games? And then you got to ask yourself, like, why am I not spending money if I don't have time to play? Like, that's really what it would come down to. I got 5,002 plays. No bullshit. I fell asleep and I only got 5,002. I missed by 2 places, bro. I fell asleep. I got the screenshot. Will a Steamrath 140 work in a Gauntlet? Yeah, it'll work. It just won't go as far as a 150. Like, the more you invest in your Steamrath, the more dust you're going to make every day in the Gauntlet. I promise you. I promise you guys. The more you invest in your Steamrath, the more dust you're going to make. Meaning Steamrath is going to be the #1 monster to help you start making dust. Meaning, like, there's people who, what about Steam versus Hardy, though? You bring Tabora. So let's say Hardy goes first. He's faster than your Steam, okay? Yeah, listen, you bring Tabora. Or you bring a Purr like Vampira, whatever. You bring, if it's Miseris, you can bring Vampira. If it's Hardy, guess what? If you don't own Tabora, Doo-Doo is coming, okay? If you don't own Tabora, Doo-Doo is coming, and you better not miss it because you need it for Hardy, okay? If you plan to use Steam. But you can bait Hardy's first turn, all right? Hardy hits you. Hardy loses all of his stamina. You go in with your Steam and your Tabora. You have your Tabora go before your Steam. Trait disables Hardy. Then your Steam goes and you win. Okay? That's... David. Is the monster a money monster? The other answer here is, listen, Hardy is not immune to total blind. Okay? Meaning, you won't get to use Steam if you don't have trait disable versus Hardy. That's all there is to it, bro. If you're going against Steam, or if you're going against Hardy, the only other thing you can do is use Ferris or Chuckle. Okay? Let's say you're going against Hardy. You don't have Tabora. You got Chuckle? You put up Pyro Shield. Then your Steam goes and beats the hell out of him, and Hardy just keeps smacking a Mega Taunt that's Pyro Shielded. You could do stuff like that. You don't got Chuckle, you got Ferris, same thing. Put up a Pyro Shield, or I mean a Photobic Shield on your Mega Taunt, and then you beat them up. The problem is, when people are saying they don't have things, they don't want to accept the fact that, guess what happens when you slack off? You get rewarded with slack, okay? Meaning, if you guys don't have Tabora, why? If you don't have Chuckle, why? If you don't have Ferris, why? If you don't have these, if you don't have Megataunt, why? If we're going over a whole handful of monsters and you don't have any of them, then maybe you got to step up and look in the mirror and say, I don't deserve to beat this problem then. That's like coming to class on test day and being like, but I don't know this, but I don't know that, but I don't know this, but I don't know that, and acting like the teacher's supposed to have fucking sympathy for you when they just sat there and taught all that shit while you were sitting in a fucking chair. Okay, play. You just told me you make 500 gems a month. Set to 700 gems a month. And then you just told me that you're not getting gem monsters. You're not getting the 2 monsters that you can straight up just buy them. There's nothing lazier than just buying something. Okay, it's not like you gotta be awake for every 4 hours to get the damn monster. It's not like you gotta set an alarm to get the fucking monster. It's not even like you gotta do collections, really. I mean, I guess you do on Tails. Tails is the only one where you gotta pay and you gotta be active. You gotta pay and you gotta log in at least once every 8 hours. But that's the thing, is that a lot of these people, they want to tell you, like, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this. It's like, yeah, well, you know what you do got? An F. You get an F. I hate to be the burden of bad news, but you get an F for your hard work. Why? Because it wasn't very hard work. If you're having trouble with things like Tails, I highly recommend Armor Gaming, bro. Go watch Armor Gaming's noob videos on how to do Tails, how to do mazes, how to do those easy things, bro. Do not underestimate that Armor has put a lot of hard work into teaching the early game stuff. LJ, how do you get the quest monster while doing a maze? Okay, how you get the quest monster while doing a maze is you only use 2 of your hatchery spots. That's the best way I could say it. But here's another thing too. The maze is too easy to do. It's not like you're asking me how do I do a 7-day maze? You can do a 7-day maze in 3 fucking days. Meaning, like I already have the maze monster, bro. And there's still 3 days was left. Like 4 days was left and I already had the monster. There's so many coins you could get the damn monster twice. Alright, listen. If you're active and you max maze collect, you can get this monster rank 1. Rank 1. And you guys are wondering, how do you get the monster? How the fuck do you not get the monster when they damn near there's enough shit to get the monster fucking twice? I'm still doing the maze for a little bit of coins because there's supposed to be a hidden path coming with some chests in it. Okay, well, if you sleep, the only mazes you shouldn't be getting are the 2-day mazes, and guess what? There's no new cosmics in the 2-day mazes except for what's his face, Witch Cat, and then they went ahead and they gave it out for free. Meaning, since I've been playing, they've never once released a brand new monster in only a 2-day maze. And a 2-day maze is the only one where you can't deep sleep for 8 hours. Yeah, exactly. It's your life. When you say people got lives, okay, and if you're choosing to play a fucking game with your life, don't be saying you got a life when you're failing at the game. Bro, you're spending your life failing at a fucking game. That's not good. Do something else with your fucking life than fail at a game. Go to work, make money, make up for the failing, don't play, save your money for some chick's beer, whatever you gotta do, bro. But it's such a weak example to be like, yo, I got a life. That's why I failed at this game. It's then put the fucking game down. What is it? Okay, look, if you hardly play, then you should have no problem spending some money. Yeah, we should have no problem spending some money so you don't have to fucking do anything but hardly play. That's the whole reason why there's for sale buttons, bro. It's for people like you who didn't have time to play, so you just hit and buy a couple shits, man. I didn't have time to do all this stupid shit all month long for some gems. I didn't have time to do no fucking tasks. So yeah, here's $50. Give me some pennies. Okay, well, you don't want to spend and you don't want to play. Yeah, I mean, you get what you fucking get. Like, you're another one of those people where it's like, I hate to have to tell you, but you failed. You failed the test. You failed the test because you didn't take notes, because you had a life. You didn't whatever this because you had a life, and then you didn't pay anyone else to take notes for you because you didn't feel like it. So like, yeah, man. I mean, here you go. You got a 40. Again, not many questions you guys have about the new Gauntlet, but one good one was, who do I think is the best monster to rank? I definitely think Steamrath, guys. Yes, I seen Hardy. That's why Bora is still good. Uriel monsters are still good, especially when you're doing the throwaway bait method. There's 3 ways to bait in the Gauntlet. There is throwaways, there are bait monsters, and then there are reusable bait monsters. Like, hey, look, timeout regular. Listen, if you don't have much time to play, my channel is a perfect channel for you. Okay, listen to me. If you don't have much time to play this game, my channel is a perfect channel for you. The reason why is because I have a lot of time. I play the game. Use me as shortcuts. Meaning, instead of being like, oh, I gotta figure out what to do. No, you don't. You just gotta spend a few minutes looking on my channel and find out what you're supposed to do. Meaning, like, when you see new monster coming out, if I tell you a new monster's good, do you know how much time I just saved you? How do you think I found the information out? How do you think I got to where I'm at in the game and know what I know? By putting time in. So you don't have to do the same shit. That's like me being like, yo, bro, I got the answers to the test right here, and all you got to do is come to my channel to get them. And you might not fail the next test, even though you didn't take notes, and even though you didn't study, and even though you didn't pay no one to take notes. You get to come to Lost Jumper's channel and find out that you didn't need to take notes after all. He's got all the answers. Okay? That's the whole point of the channel, really. Meaning, spenders still think I hate them, and spenders still hate me. But at the end of the day, they're going to realize, look, man, I got a life. This guy's life is playing Monster Legends. I think I can watch and learn a few things here that didn't require my time. Now, what really pisses me off is when I got somebody who goes to work. They work on a fucking factory line or something at a goddamn factory. Maybe they make $14 an hour. I don't know what the fuck they make. I don't know what the fuck they do. I just know they were at work for fucking 8 hours, okay? And then they come home and they play Monster Legends for fucking 2 hours and then go to bed. That same motherfucker wants to argue me instead of listen to me. It's like, what do you think I did while you were at work for 8 hours or 10 hours? Like, for real, for real. Like, I mean, sure, I'm not perfect and I don't know everything, and I'm not claiming to be the biggest brain in the game yet. I don't know them all. I did notice that Edelman B, or whatever the hell his name is, from PvP Top, joined a team by himself, and he said top forever. I kind of got a kick out of that because it reminded me of like me playing Dungeon Boss. Where the fuck am I going? I want to see the ranks. Jesus. And he's not even at the top. I get such a kick out of this. It's comical. Do you see that guy in 3rd place? Top 1 forever. Well, what about right now? Is right now not part of forever? I'm confused. I gotta scratch my head on this. Like, I thought he said forever. Like, I thought he said forever. And then if you click his team, look at that. He's the only one in the team, bro. Came late, so I don't know if you've answered this already, but what do you think of the new Gauntlet buff? I love it. I haven't even got to play it, but I love it. I love it, Clinically Insane. I love it. You want to know the short answer on why I love it? Because it's going to separate me from the weak. That's why I love it. Like, it's going to do the same thing we were already doing on my channel. What were we doing on my channel? We're helping people beat the Gauntlet, right? Right? Weren't we doing that? I get that a lot from people. A lot of people tell me, because of me, I helped them beat the Gauntlet, or because of me, I helped them get farther in the Gauntlet, or because of me, they're now making more dust than they were before. Okay, well, I get to refill those shoes again once more. Meaning, like, I'm going to be able to make you guys videos in the next couple of days. I'm going to be able to talk you through the nodes again. We're going to go back into long school. Like, look, this is how you bait this node. This is how you beat this guy. This is what moves are on this. This is what monsters you need to rank. This is what relics you need. This is where you need to spend your resources. Who could I use with Steam if I don't have Ferris? The same monsters you would use with Steam if you did have Ferris. See, Ferris is a team speed holder, okay? He's a team speed holder who gives you stamina. So if you don't have him, you put a relic on that gives you stamina, and then you put another monster in his place that holds the same team speed runes as he did. You could use whoever you want in his place. If I had to pick, I would say Bomb, Tabora, Vampira, like Chuckle. I'd say all those monsters. That's okay. Yeah, that's good. Let's go check the monsters out, guys. Let's go check the cosmics. Let's see what kind of information do we bring with us for these newer monsters, okay? And again, I'm going to do this from a free-to-play perspective, but there are hardies, right? Yeah, that's what Taboras are for. Tabora, like, okay, I'm going to make this really, really simple. There's 3 ways I can think of to deal with a hardy, okay? We're going to go over all 3 ways. The first way to deal with a hardy is to remove his anticipate, okay? The second way to deal with a hardy is don't take fucking extra turns. The third way to deal with a hardy is have a shield up, so when you take extra turns, he can't hurt you. Okay, those are the 3 ways you're going to deal with a hardy. If I miss one, if there's a 4th way, let me know. Okay, like... the Megaton has to have a shield, Raspin. If the Megaton doesn't have a shield and you take extra turns, Hardy's going to kill your Megaton in 1 hit in the Gauntlet, and then he's going to kill you with the next hit. Alright, when I look at these monsters, I think Rotten. Look, you see my Rotten? He's only rank 1. He would have been rank 2, but I never had Thunder Kong, so I didn't worry about those book pages. I need to rank 3 my Rotten, guys. Rotten is a monster that I need to rank 3. Fuck no, Vanos ain't doing shit in the Gauntlet. Okay, so Rotten is a monster that me personally, like, look, I can only speak for myself, but me personally, I need to rank my Rotten. How is Rotten good for the Gauntlet? Alright, at rank 3, Rotten gains damage protection, okay? And he can wear 2 trap relics. You can put 2 nabs traps on him, or you could put a nabs trap and an oblivion trap on him, and you can drain a whole entire node's stamina. All 3 monsters, you can take their stamina to 0. Yeah, Jackpot Party, I think, was one that I failed. I'm not sure. I think I failed it. Way to go, MG Clan. Yeah, so Rotten is very good for stamina drain. Wait, who made fun of Pyro's kid? I don't know, but that was pretty fucked up. Well, anyway. It's over now. Yeah. Immune to freeze, immune to ignite, doesn't really matter. He gets damage mirror or damage protection at rank 3. So these damage protection monsters are becoming a new thing, okay? They're gonna matter. They're gonna matter. I was thinking Cryo, Super Fox, and the area dodge monster maybe. I mean, yeah, the quest monster is not bad. I just don't know how we purr everything down when the area dodge monster can just get rid of it because he has taunt and then he has the ability to give him unit control. So another monster that is extremely good now is Henrich. Henrich is extremely good. Okay? Henrich is extremely good. He's extremely good because he can wear double trap as well, which means he can also drain a whole node. Now, he's most likely, you're going to have to use him versus electric, and you're going to have to use Rotten versus earth. Teddy is another really good monster because at rank 3, he gets damage protection, and he can wear a shield and an armor, which means he can drain maybe 2 monsters, at least 1. How are we getting the dodge area guy? I'm not sure exactly on how the monsters come. Cracer is actually crossing my mind, guys. Do you know why he's crossing my mind? These monsters, you might not be able to finish them off with dots, but this guy can wear team speed and still remove 50% of a monster's life. Are you listening? Are you following? So let's say you were able to bait the first guy, drop some curses, and the super fast, like 40,000 monsters about to go again. You can easily just kill it with this guy. So, like, I don't underestimate him anymore. Like, I think he could be valuable on certain, like, throwaway clearing teams. Meaning, like, say you got a team that you can, like, a backup team. You're like, oh, I'm going to use this team so that way if it dies, I don't lose any of my good monsters. I think this guy's definitely got the ability. He can remove 50% or he can remove 20 or 30% from everybody. I think Watts is the shitty one where you have to be under a control effect. Is Chucklemuckle good? Alright, well, here's where Chucklemuckle might be good. Chucklemuckle might be good versus Hardy if you don't have trait disable. Because if you don't have trait disable, you can just run Chuckle, Mega Taunt, and Steamrath. Put 3 team speed on your Megaton, 3 team speed on your Chuckle. 3 speed on your Chuckle, 3 team speed on your Megaton, and then however much team speed on your Steam. Chuckle goes, puts Pyro Shield up, then your Steam goes and starts beating everybody, and then when Hardy attacks, he can't do any damage to your Megaton because your Megaton has Pyro Shield, which only takes damage from fire. Hardy doesn't have any fire moves. You beat them all to death and you win. So that could be a plan that gets used in the Gauntlet. Maybe Necrolic is about to become a good monster, okay? This might be the new best Uriel monster. Good word, seriously. This seriously might be the new best Uriel monster. Like, if everybody's getting killed, bro, like he can revive like your Uriel monster. Like, say your Uriel monster died twice, this guy can technically revive it. You know? The area dodge monster might become pretty useful in the Gauntlet, bro. Like, what if you're using, like, you aren't streaming tomorrow, right? Yes, I am. I'm going to stream as soon as I get access to that Gauntlet, bro. We're going to go as far as we can, which I'm guessing we're going to get to 54-ish, 55-ish. I think we're not going to beat it, but we're going to get really freaking close when I do get a shot at it. We're going to get really close. I would have fucked today's Gauntlet up. I would have made it to node like 53 without using any bait, really. Like, Steamrath would have just obliterated with the Guardian on. Yes, you can. A lot of the monsters have revive block. That's why you can't revive in the Gauntlet. Like, if the enemy has block resurrection, you cannot revive. Yeah, the Rune Guardian should be on. Let's see, 24 hours from now. And I got a day and 16 hours. So, to me, it should be on. Alright, so, yeah. Looking at Necro, he might have just got good. Everybody dies. Then he revives your monster that Vampira or something. Like, say you came with Lindworm, Vampira, Necro. You get hit for a shit ton of damage. Everybody dies. Necro comes back, revives your Vampira or something. Like, he can revive your third monster. Or your Megaton. Yeah. Good shit. Good shit. You run Tabura, or not Tabura, you run Lindworm, the Necro, and Cryo. Because Cryo has denies. And you resurrect Cryo so that you can deny for a turn while your curse does damage from Lindworm. Absolutely. That could definitely be something. Yeah, it allows you to wear all team speed on Cryo. Your Cryo gets killed. Yeah, which might also come in clutch with the area dodge monster, bro. Meaning, what if you're running Necro, area dodge, Cryo? I don't know if the area dodge monster has any like damage output. Yeah, I'm free to play. Monsters like Rhino. Yeah, that's what I was asking, Tigers. I don't know how we kill. Spitfire has definitely just got better because you can drain. You have Uriels. Rhino. What does Rhino get at rank 3? I need to rank 3 this monster. This right here is hardy bait. You know that? This is how you bait hardy. Right here. Yeah, this is how you bait hardy. On node 54 or 50 whatever. This is what takes the 45k hardy hit. You get this to rank 3. You get this to rank 3 and you'll definitely survive Hardy's hit. Guaranteed you'll survive Hardy's hit. That I don't. Oh yeah, yes, Pyro, or I mean Pro. That sounds perfect. And then you just wear team speed on the witch. Sounds perfect. Or wait, timeouts. Hardy has stamina regen, right? How much stamina does that give him? Does that give him enough to do an AoE or just a single? Both? Can he do both? So he gains 56 stamina. The reason why I was asking is because can you get him to kill himself off a damage mirror? That's what I was wondering. Dude, you know another monster that just got really good for bait? Brute. Brute got really good for bait. Because of that damage mirror. This monster is definitely good. Ferris will be able to put the shields up, gives a bunch of extra turns. Oh, yeah. Good call, Tiger. Way to keep me in line, bro. You're right. All right, Monster God. See you later. Brute is definitely a regular mythic. We can't use him. Nobody can. I don't know what all of these monsters do at rank 3. There we go. There's another one. There's another one. Need to get this guy to rank 3. These shield monsters. He can wear a mask. He has shield. I need to rank 3 all of these shield monsters. If they have shield, if they have damage protection, and they can wear a bait relic, they need to be leveled up to do just that. That is huge for this new Gauntlet. That is huge. He can wear bait relics. He gets a shield. Yes, Rotten is good too. Need to rank 3 all of these bait monsters, bro. Witch Cat can bait the hardy nodes with the SC. Resurrection block. That's something we didn't even think about earlier on Wubby's stream, is that Lonrad can't do anything if you kill his team, because he can't revive them because Kodama has res block. We don't know yet. 250, 130. Nobody knows yet. We don't know until it gets here. Depends if they make us get the relic or not. We need to pay attention to monsters that don't have defense versus Lindworm's baby. Okay? Like, if no monster has Harden on the node, we gotta be aware of that so that we can just all speed Lindworm and baby turn 1. Whoops. Went too far, exited out. Alright, so I will go back to Targon. I just want to see. Nothing we can really do there. No SC. Targon has 50% damage mirror rank 3. Yeah, so I mean, these can be used to try and kill monsters if they do a single attack, is what Pyro was saying earlier. This monster is definitely good. Can wear double shield. It's worth noting that this monster also gives a shield, guys. This monster is really fast, and if you go first, you can give yourself a shield. So, like, if you think about it, Chuckle can do a fire shield. Calumetic can do a thunder shield. Ferris can do a light shield. You can be using shield monsters and switching them based off the enemy. Meaning, like, say Hardy is with a light monster. Then you either use a fire or thunder shield. Say Hardy is with a thunder monster. Then you use a fire or a light shield. Like, you understand what I'm saying? We have 3 different elemental shields that you can be putting on your Megataunt so that your Steam can go and beat them to death. That's 3 different ones. Fire with Chuckle, light with Ferris. All they gotta do is wear team speed. You're gonna use your Jaster's mask for stamina. For the Gauntlet or for like an overall team, Lupo's Steam Cryo doesn't really do anything versus Anticipation. So, like, if you're talking about the Gauntlet, though, the Lupo team is so much better. Yeah, the Lupo team is so much better, bro. Because technically, I mean, Cryo is not even really needed, but say you're using that team, you could put 3 team speed on Steam, 3 team speed on Cryo, 3 speed on Lupo, and you would be like well over 30k, and you could turn transfer to Steam and then just beat them up. If we could go against like monsters that didn't have single attack moves, this guy could be useful, but really, I don't know what good he's gonna be. I don't know much about these guys, but I think traits are super important. I think another thing I learned tonight, guys, from that dungeon is that traits are super important. Super important. Like I was just telling you, me personally, when I go through these monsters, I want to rank 3 all of the monsters that get damage protection based effects and can wear draining relics. Like we found, or not Oros, the hell was his name? Spawny. Spawny is one I need to rank. Witch Cat is one I need to rank 3. The Rhino is one I need to rank 3. Rotten is one I need to rank 3. Okay, that's 4 monsters that me personally I need to rank 3 that I had no intentions of rank 3ing before. What about Seaquake's shield? Is it for everybody or just himself? His shield move. I guess he's too slow though. It doesn't even matter. Never mind. Forget I asked. Shoot. Don't really know. He's a Uriel Essence holder. I don't really know much about him though. Like you could use him on a triple Uriel team. I don't really understand much after that. Steam I think is the base. I feel like Steam is the basic. Alright, because look, Steam was the end game of the last Gauntlet. Okay, I spent the whole entire last month and a half trying to focus on an alt-free Gauntlet clearing team, guys. That's what my goal was. I could beat the Gauntlet for fucking months, okay? But what I couldn't do was beat the Gauntlet without risking any alts. Once I got my hands on Steamrath, we were able to beat the Gauntlet without risking any alts. Which means Steam was the end of the last Gauntlet. Steam is the beginning of this Gauntlet. That's all there is to it. Yeah, so that's the starting point for this Gauntlet. Meaning, she's going to take my ass all the way to 52 tomorrow. Bet if they unlock my damn Gauntlet, she takes us all the way to at least 52. At least 52 before I'm even having to start thinking about triple Uriel monsters. Sacrificing Megatons. Bet she takes me all the way to 52 before I have to start using my big brain. Bet me. Yeah, and then we definitely want the second Megaton. The reason why you want the second Megaton is because, listen, here's the strat. Here's my advice strat. You get the trap baiting monsters. Say I have Rotten. Say I have all those best bait monsters. I got the goals of working towards the bait monsters. And then I got double Megatons, I got Steam, I got Turn Transfer, I got Tabora. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use outspeeding the nodes as far as that gets me. Then when I can't outspeed the nodes and they hit too hard for a Mega Taunt, I'm going to bait the fastest monster, then I'm going to go in with Steam and beat them. Once I run into where I need to bait more than one monster, I'm going to use monsters like Teddy to try and do that. I'm going to use monsters like Katsuko to try and do that. I'm going to use monsters like Spitfire to try and do that. I'm going to use monsters like the Rhino to do that. I'm going to try to use Henrich. I'm going to try to use a lot of different monsters to do that, okay? And then once I'm out of those monsters, meaning I don't have the bait monsters anymore, or let's say I don't have the monsters that can bait two monsters. It's not happening. I'm so deep in the Gauntlet. I've exhausted almost all of my good bait. I'm looking at a node and I'm like, shit, everybody's faster than me. Okay, everybody's faster than me. What do? Okay, the thing that I'm going to do is sacrifice a Mega Taunt on that node. I'm going to bait one of them, and then I'm going to sacrifice my Mega Taunt. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to go in with like Lindworm, Mega Taunt, Steamrath after baiting one of the monsters. Meaning we bait one of the monsters, the next monster goes, kills my Mega Taunt, then my Lindworm goes, we turn transfer to Steam. She doesn't have any strength runes on. It's going to take her a while. We use her to beat the node. If they have a control move, sure. That is true. There were a bunch that did have like Christian or not Christian. Is that supposed to be Mustafa? Mustafa is on to how to bait that fast black feather. If you run into how to bait that fast black feather, you could use a monster like Pulsa. Because Black Feather goes, possesses you, triggers your relics, everybody gets drained. Why would she run out of stamina, Tiger? You get 775 free stamina, not even counting mutated stamina runes. It doesn't add up to me why you would run out of stamina. How many freaking attacks can you do? Are you not remembering that every time you cast the damage boost on yourself, you gain 50 stamina? Yeah, I get that another attune won't be there, Tiger. What I don't understand, yeah, plus 50, and then how much does it cost to do the moves? 88. Meaning I do 3 moves, and I lose 38 stamina. You can take 20 turns, 60 turns. Okay, are you listening? With no relics, listen, Tiger. With no relics at all, no mutant runes at all, you can take 20 turns. Okay? With one Jazzy Mask trigger, you gain 225 stamina. That's another 15 turns. With a second, that's another 15 turns. With a third, that's another 15 turns. Assuming one of them carries from the last node, that's 30 turns. That's 50 fucking turns. You get 50 fucking turns, bro. Why are you running out of stamina? I'm not comprehending. You realize that you hit them with vulnerable. You also get damage boost. And if you're level 150, I'm pretty fucking sure you're going to kill them before 50 fucking turns. Okay? I'm pretty sure. Like, that's a lot of fucking turns. How can you not defeat them with 50 fucking turns? They're vulnerable. You've got damage boost. You have 17 fucking K strength stat. I'm pretty confident you're beating him. That's not even counting a strength rune, bro. That's assuming you're wearing all team speed. That's assuming you're wearing all team speed. I think we'll be okay. And that's assuming you didn't even use Lupo. What if you have Lupo, Tiger? If you have Lupo instead of Lindworm, when you turn transfer, you gain 50 more. Which will make up for that's 275 stamina coming from the last node. Meaning, like, let's say, okay, you finally beat the node and you got no stamina left. Or you only got 50 stamina left. Like, fuck, I just beat node 48 and I only have 50 stamina. Okay, and then you enter 49. You turn transfer to Steam. You now have 100 stamina. You smack one monster, you now have max stamina. Like, as long as you don't have less than 25 stamina when the node's over, a max Jazzy Mask plus a Lupo turn transfer equals max stamina. That's 275 stamina. So unless you have 5 stamina or less, I'm not arguing, I'm giving the information, bro. If you have 5 stamina or less is the only way Jazzy Mask plus Lupo won't fully stamina heal your Steam going into the next node. So you should never have to worry about how much stamina you had at the end of the node. My name Christian LJ called me. Like, definitely get the second Mega Taunt because we're going to be able to sack it. She's not the best. She's the best welfare monster, bro. She's the best monster that's going to get you to node 52 without getting your face alted off. She's going to do more for you than a Kodama's going to do in the beginning of the Gauntlet. She's going to do more for you than a Vampire is going to do for you in the beginning of a Gauntlet. She's going to do more for you than a Lindworm's going to do for you in the beginning of the Gauntlet. She's going to do more for you than any other monster is going to. She's going to do more for you than whole fucking teams. Let's say you don't have shit, okay? Let's say you don't have dick. Are you listening now? Let's say all you got is Steam, okay? Because Raspin, after 52, all the monsters are too fast. Let's say all you have is Steam. You don't even got a Mega Taunt. You don't got a Ferris. You don't got nothing, okay? All you got is some of these new monsters. Let's say you got the Hacksmith, you got Steam, and you got Chimney. All right? You got the Hacksmith, you got Steam, and you got the Chimney. All right, what you do is you keep ranking your Steamrath, okay? Keep ranking your Steamrath. Why? Because you can put team speed runes on the Chimney. You can put team speed runes on the Hacksmith. You can put all speed runes on the Steam. Okay? So you got 6 team speed on your Chimney and Hacksmith. You have all speed on your Steam. And then you max your Jazzy Mask to 40 on your Steam. So you got a level 40 Jazzy Mask. Your Steam is however high a level you could have got her. And then you just have team speed on Chimney and you have team speed on the Hacksmith. You are going to be able to beat every single node just about that you can outspeed. All right? If you can outspeed them, that's going to beat it for you unless they've got like a Brutalizer or they have a Hardy or they have some evade monster. If I don't have them, only Hack and Chimney, I'm just saying, like, Steam is the cheapest investment. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Steam is the cheapest. There's no cheaper way to start going deep in the Gauntlet than Steam. There's no cheaper fucking way. Okay, there's no cheaper way. We're talking about one monster. You could pair it with level fucking 4 monsters, meaning Chimney could be level 4, guys. Hacksmith could be level fucking 4. Okay? They could be level 4. All that's important is that they're wearing team speed runes so that your Steam is fast. The faster your Steam is, the more nodes you can beat. The more nodes you can beat, the more Stardust you make. The more Stardust you make, the sooner you can start ranking other fucking monsters that you get. No one said dick about Ferris, bro. Listen, I never mentioned Ferris once. Like, what is it with people in Ferris, bro? Look, if you don't have Ferris, you wear Jazzy's mask max. If you don't have Ferris, you max your Jazzy mask. If you do have Ferris, who fucking cares what mask you wear? Does that make sense? Preston, that's because they suck at the game, bro. When it comes to the Gauntlet, Ferris is not important. You guys are missing the fucking reason why Ferris is not important in the goddamn Gauntlet. I don't know how many times I have to explain this, okay? I don't know how many times I have to explain this. There are no stamina draining relics on the enemy in the Gauntlet, so who fucking cares if you have Ferris? So what? You don't have Ferris. Get a goddamn Jazzy mask. It's going to do the same fucking thing Ferris was going to do. It's going to give your Steam stamina. Like, it's that simple. Well, look, armor wasn't helping them last Gauntlet. They're more than welcome to come to my channel and I'll teach them how to do the Gauntlet. They're more than welcome to come to my channel. I'll teach them how to do the Gauntlet. We can teach people how to do the Gauntlet. That's what we're going to do on this channel. Like, we got our work cut out for us. Okay? We got our work cut out for us. We're going to beat the Gauntlet. We're going to teach people how to beat the Gauntlet. Yeah, like, it's more important to focus on what you do have than it is to focus on what you don't have. Focusing on what you don't have isn't going to take you anywhere. You gotta focus on what you do have. Like, stop missing monsters. Stop missing monsters, bro. Armor be like, I don't like spending too much time. Yeah, and then he does back-to-back Gauntlet videos, bro. He's full of it. You can't give him too much shit, man. He's got a point. He's busy, bro. He's busy showing off new monsters. That's why I think they should be allowed to use the fucking new monsters in the Gauntlet, period. Armor should be able to take the 150 and go try and get as far as he can in the Gauntlet with it. He should be allowed to do that. If they let him show off two 150s at the same time, he should be able to take both those 150s into the Gauntlet and make a Gauntlet video of, like, how far can I get in the Gauntlet with this monster or that monster. Like, good word, true. Like, why? Because armor, like, all right, without boosting my own ego, armor's closer to the average player. Meaning, if armor's having trouble, I think the average player is having trouble. If armor's not beating the Gauntlet, I think the average player is not beating the Gauntlet. I think armor is pretty close to the average player. I'm not saying that he's an average player. I'm saying he's really close to, meaning, like, there's a lot of people that I feel like he's the king of the noobs, man. Which means if armor's not doing well at something, then either are the fucking noobs. That's, like, the point I'm making. I'm not saying he's a noob. I'm saying, like, the noobs look up to him. If the noobs come to armor and you're like, fuck, man, I need answers, and he doesn't have them, what are they going to do? Like, what are they going to do? They're not going to be able to do much. Okay, but how about if you run out of stamina, Jaster's Mask isn't going to save you, or do you need mutant runes on Steam to beat a node? Phoenix, how are you going to run out of stamina if you have Jaster's Mask? How are you going to run out of stamina? All right, you know how you run out of stamina and you have Jazzy's Mask? you don't hit the same monster and you end up hitting everybody, that's how you would lose your stamina. If you waste your jazzy triggers by hitting the wrong monsters, you'll be screwed, bro. It's 775 stamina, Phoenix. You get 280 stamina. You're talking about 1,000 fucking stamina, and you're like, what do I do if I run out of stamina on this node? You're talking about 1,000 fucking stamina, bro. On a monster that uses 38 to take 3 fucking turns. You're talking about 60 turns worth. And you're like, what do I do if I run out of stamina, man? If you're running out of stamina, you must be on like node 50 fucking 6 then, huh? Where the monster's got a shit ton of life, right? If you're making it that far, hopefully you bought some shit by then, bro. Like, for real. Like, you motherfuckers are gonna be on like node 26 with 1,000 stamina talking about if you run out. Yeah, the same people asking me, what if I run out of stamina, ain't even got past node 40 yet. Like, what if I run out of stamina? Like, bro, the motherfucker still got 10 HP. I mean, if you're super worried about stamina, use a Lupo and turn transfer and get you 50 more, bro. How do you get Steam to have 600 stamina? What's the second part say? What's the second part say? Fuck the first part. What's the second part say? It literally says 225 stamina you gain 3 times. Yeah. Armor's got his work cut out for him, okay? Look. I don't care what he says. I could feel it inside of Armor. Armor was starting to get active in the Gauntlet, guys. I watch Armor gaming myself, and I'm telling you right now, he might have been making some excuses. I don't care. He failed on 41. So what? He's not a masturbator, okay? He doesn't know a lot of things about how, like, if you got to remember, where was he failing at before? He was failing on 47, okay? Meaning as soon as he would get to where you had to think, or you had to use bait monsters, or you had to use Uriolescent monsters, he was done for. Well, that's as far as he got today too then. He got to where you have to use some other stuff. All I'm telling you is if Armor wanted to, he could get good, bro. He could get good at the Gauntlet if he wanted to. The problem is he's got so many people watching that it's like, bro, you also got to watch him fail. That's the most awkward part. If you guys remember when I first started my YouTube channel, so many people would be like, you're so underrated, Lost Jumper. You should have more subs. More people should watch you. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I used to tell them? I used to tell them, at least no one's watching me while I suck. Meaning the longer it takes before people watch me, the longer I got to get good. Meaning if you started watching me earlier, you get to watch me suck. Imagine having 80,000 people watch you try to do something you ain't done before. Imagine having 80,000 people trying to watch you do something you ain't done before. I got 30 fucking people watching me, bro. If I fuck up, that's 30 fucking people. Big deal. If he fucks up, they'll be fucking making memes about him in a Discord channel, bro. It's not the same. He's busy doing other things in the game. Like, for real. I can tell you right fucking now. Armor's not stupid. Armor is not fucking anywhere close to a noob. But he's also one fucking man. Give him credit. He amassed like 80,000 subs. He's taught... How many motherfuckers has he taught to do a maze? How many motherfuckers would still be trying to figure out how to get the maze monster without armor? How many motherfuckers would have never been able to even get maze monsters for like their first, I don't even know how many months playing? They would be playing for like 6 months and they finally got a maze monster. They wouldn't even have known it was possible. They just thought that's some shit you gotta buy. Like, so like, he ain't the first one to beat the Gauntlet. He don't like the Gauntlet. I wouldn't like the Gauntlet either if I didn't know how to beat it and I had all these motherfuckers waiting to see me beat it. I'd be like, why they gotta release this shit? Why they gotta make me have to jump through some shit in front of everybody? That's like, have you ever been in school? Have you ever been in school and the teacher asks a question and she starts looking around the room to pick someone to answer that question, and you get that feeling, please don't pick me. Please don't pick me. Please don't pick me. That's probably the same feeling Armor feels when the game releases some stupid shit like a new Gauntlet. Like, God damn it, you picked me. Why? Because I got 80,000 people that's coming to my channel like, how'd Armor do in the new Gauntlet? How's Armor doing in the Gauntlet? It's the exact same thing as getting picked by the teacher to answer the fucking question in front of everybody. You're like, fuck, couldn't you have picked that person over there so they could look stupid? Exactly. I'm okay with looking stupid. Why? I don't have 80,000 noobs making fun of me for being stupid. If I do something stupid. No, he shouldn't pay me anything. I'm just saying, look, I was all right with his one Gauntlet video, bro. I was down, bro. Armor in the past 2 weeks has earned a lot of my respect back. Okay? Let me go over why Armor has earned a lot of my respect back. I lost respect for him when he called Solar Flare bad. I lost respect for him when he started trying to take Gauntlet teams like Kodama, Shelly, Tabora, or Tabora, Lindworm, Shelly, and switch one monster out and be like, this team is good. I lost respect for him when he pulled 1,800 gems out of his ass and I didn't know how he did that. How did I start gaining respect back? If you look at Armor's recent videos, he went over and did a video that people ask me to make all the time. People are always asking me like, hey, Lost Jumper, can you show me tasks? Can you explain tasks to me? Can you, like... He made a video explaining tasks. He made a video showing us which tasks he did, how he did them, giving you his advice on which tasks you shouldn't do. So to me, he erased all of that, me wondering about his 1,800 gems, plus someone came to my channel, made me watch a certain part of his video, and I seen that he told us that he did that task before doing that task to get those gems. So I completely am now on board with this motherfucker. Really wanted a masher. He did all this shit. He got him a masher. Props to him. The next thing, I'm not cool with making excuses for why you don't do the Gauntlet, okay? But I was cool with actually watching him try. Meaning he got to a part in a video where he even did his little end phrase, like, all right, guys, this is how far I get in the Gauntlet, blah, like he was ending the video. And then he was like, you know what? Let's try. TRY, let's try. And he starts Well, what if I bring in this monster and bait? What if I use this as a meat? He calls them meat shields. What if I use this meat shield? When he did that, he regained some of my respect, guys. Meaning, I don't give a fuck how far he got in that gauntlet that day. He fucking tried, okay? And he did good. He might not have beat the gauntlet, but so fucking what? He doesn't have all that, like, how many fucking times did I not beat the gauntlet when trying? How many times did I try to beat the gauntlet and fail? A lot. I tried a lot of times to beat the gauntlet and failed. I watched him try and fail. Okay, well, let's watch him try a couple more times and fail, and I think you would start seeing him get farther each time. The point is, how many of us got to watch him fail? And I'm guilty myself. What do I do when armor fails in the gauntlet? Seriously, guys. Seriously, what do I do when armor fails in the gauntlet? What do? I go make fun of him. As soon as he puts a video up and he's like, oh, I'm back on node 20, I go to my Discord and I'm like, Jesus Christ, did you see the next video that Armor made? He's back on node 20, blah, 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 blah. Meaning, if I'm doing that, then how many other motherfuckers do that? And if that's what people are doing to you, why would you want to fail in front of them? Why would you want to make a video of you getting beat up if that's all they're going to do when you make a video of you getting beat up? Am I coaching him? Am I trying to help him? Am I trying to make him better? No, I'm making fun of him. How the fuck does that make me any good? That makes me a douchebag. So he's gained some of my respect back. Meaning I will tune in to see. I don't want to collab with him. I will tune in to see if he's trying this gauntlet. If he's just playing the whole fucking I don't got time, I don't like the update. That's his choice, man. Like I said, he's got 80,000 people. Maybe he's not up for failing in front of them, okay? Like, I can't blame him. Okay, I can't blame him. But I'm just telling you now that, like, in the past 2 weeks, Armor's gained a good bit of my respect back. All right, I watch his content, not every video, but I have the notifications on, so every time he puts a video up, I do see it. Armor posted this, I read the title. If it's interesting to me, I click it. The last one I think that I watched from Armor Gaming that I thought was interesting was, oh, he was using the quest monster in the Gauntlet. That was the last one I watched. No, I would still be the same way I am no matter how many people watch me. I really don't give a fuck. If 1 million people were watching me, I'd still be the same. I'm pretty confident I'd still be the same. Like, but it doesn't mean that I don't think that other people would be the same. Like, I make jokes, but really I think I'd already, like, in my head got to the point where I didn't care. Like, if I'm going to tell you about the time I fucked a 400-pound fat chick, do you really think I give a fuck what the people really think that are watching me? If I tell you that, you know, someone I knew very close killed themselves, do you really think I give a fuck? Like, when people try to troll me or people try to put me down, do you think I ain't told myself worse at times? There's been times where I got robbed for everything I owned. I got nothing, all my money gone. I was sitting there with nothing, man. I've been homeless. I've been, like, on a fucking side of a road with a broke down car, thousands of miles away from all my family and friends. No money in my pocket, $3. Don't even know how to get my car running again. What am I going to do? Like, you really think some shit people say to me it's gonna hit harder than I've been hit in life? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I could be wrong, but I mean, I don't think so. I really don't. I think, like, just bring it, bro. Like, Armor talked bad about Letalus, but LJ proved it wrong. Letalus good for Gauntlet. Yeah, but then Steamrath proved that wrong, meaning the only reason why Letalus was good in the Gauntlet is because you don't let Letalus die. That was the mistake everybody was thinking, is that Letalus is like, I was wrong on Letalus, guys. When Letalus first came out, I was like, yo, Black Feather, way better than Letalus. You got total blind, 0 CDA. If a monster's got no stamina, you can just total blind it. Doesn't matter if it's got possession immunity. Blah, 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 it can't ult you. What I never realized is, what if you don't let Letalus die? If Letalus doesn't die, Letalus is so OP. Because you're not going to get ulted. People be talking about, you could wear Moonhaze Essence. I don't give a fuck how much stamina the monster got. I'm not letting it get a turn if my Letalus doesn't die. If my Letalus doesn't die, then the monster's never getting a fucking second turn or even a first turn sometimes. So why the fuck would I care if it's got stamina or not? Moonhaze Essence ain't doing anything for me. Now, what is a Uriel's Essence doing for me? If I get ulted, it's bringing me back to life. So that basically is like calling it an ult protection. Saying, look, this strategy, sometimes it's not perfect, and when it fails and somebody ults me, guess what? I revived. We're not out. We're not dead. We didn't have to pay no gems. We get to move on to the next node. It's like ult free. But then Steamrath came and is even better than Letalus. Meaning, I was thinking about rank 5ing Letalus. Thank God Steamrath showed up first. Because I would have been sad to waste my dust on Letalus, and then Steam comes, and I'm like, damn, this monster can beat the whole Gauntlet without ever risking an ult. Hopefully, I mean, I think, like I said, I think that in my game plan on this new Gauntlet is super simple, guys. It's the same plan we had before, but on steroids. We're back to the basics. Same problems I was in when trying to beat the last Gauntlet. If I rewind back to when I was trying to beat the last Gauntlet, what were we relying on to get farther? I'm talking about when we were stuck on node 46. We were stuck on node 150 or 45, and I was bragging about making 150 Stardust a day as a free-to-play, all excited, like, yeah, look at me, I make 120 dust and I'm free to play. What was it that was allowing me that success? What was getting me deeper than I belonged in the Gauntlet? Bait monsters, okay? Which is, I thought I had all the bait monsters I needed. Today taught me that I don't have all the bait monsters I need. I got 4 more bait monsters on my list. Stamina draining relics, amen, MG clan. I thought I had all the stamina draining relics I need. I learned today I don't even have close to the stamina draining relics I need. I learned today that I need 1 relic to drain instead of 2 relics. Meaning I got monsters where I'm like wearing an armor and I'm wearing a shield. Okay, well, does it have damage mirror? Does it have damage protection? Does it have life shield? If it doesn't, then I don't give a shit how many relics it can wear because it's not surviving a hit. Meaning the only monsters that are surviving a hit are the ones we can use as bait monsters. And if the only monsters surviving a hit can only wear a mask, well then obviously I can't use a gold fucking mask that only removes 180 stamina. Obviously I can't use a level 26 leveled up Eltron's mask that only removes 182 stamina. Obviously, I now have to invest in relics like this. If you see this, look, I had them at 26. Why did I have them at 26? Because I'm using them on a monster that can wear 2 stamina draining relics. Not anymore. Not anymore. Now I have to rank this shit up. Now I have to level this shit up so that it's level 38. Close to 38 as I can get it. I have to level this up so it's as close to 38 as I can get it. Why? Because there's monsters that can only wear 1 stamina draining relic. Let's go look at those monsters that we talked about that I need to rank. This is one of them. I need to rank this guy because he gets life shield, okay? I need to rank this guy because he gets a 50% life shield and he can wear a relic. How many can he wear? He can wear 2. So we're safe here. I'm safe on this guy. He can wear 2 stamina draining relics. He just went up in the bait scale, guys. This just became a good bait monster for me. I just need to rank him one more time. Who's the other monsters that we said? We know that Rotten can wear double trap. The Rhino. Where'd the Rhino go? The magic. Over here. Alright. I need to rank this monster. I need to make this monster because it gets a life shield. Now let's look at relics. It can wear 2. Pulsa. Okay, that was another one that somebody thrown out. Let's go check Pulsa out. These are now good bait monsters. Perfect. This monster gets damage protection at rank 3. Let's check his relics. He can wear 2. So this is another good one. I know there's got to be one that can only wear 1. That's good. I think we already ranked him. I just haven't fed him, but he can also wear 2. This armor. It can drain... Same thing. At level 37... At level 37, it can drain all their stamina. Katsuko is another one. Katsuko can wear 2, I believe. Get that 50% life shield. Double shield. Can wear 2 wangs. So these are all cheap, good bait monsters that we just went over so far. Every monster we just went over so far is going to be the cheapest, best bait monsters for the new Gauntlet. Even Bomb can wear 2. He can drain 600 stamina. You could use Bomb to bait 2 monsters. Actually, you can only use them to bait once because the armors will both trigger at the same time. So yeah, I take that back. This is a good one. Because he has a Uriel's essence. This guy's a good one because he has Uriel essence. So he could drain 300 stamina with his mask, and he could wear Uriel's essence, so that way, if the first monster is going to kill him and the second monster's fire, you could drain the fire monster. He won't work. Yeah, she might versus Hardy. The Dreamer might be good versus Hardy. What is it? It's like a Manus Trap. You wear Manus Trap and then you wear a Uriel's. And you could probably take a hit from Hardy, or if Hardy's the second monster on a team, right? Like, let's say one monster goes and then Hardy goes. Your first monster goes, it kills this chick, she revives. Oh, that won't work because she's only going to be able to drain the first monster. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like she's not as good of bait as the Rhino's going to be. The Rhino's going to be better bait than her. Lupo? Lupo could be good bait. Lupo could wear a mask that drains 300. Take a hit from Hardy. It depends if you have bomb. If you already have one megaton, I think Steam's going to take you farther than cryo. I think Steam's going to make you the dust to rank your cryo. If that makes any sense. Like with this new Gauntlet, don't have any megaton, then I think you should rank cryo. Rank 3 cryo, then put the rest in Steam. That still allows you to wear like 3 life runes on your megaton, 3 speed runes on your turn transfer, and then 3 team speed on your, or 2 team speed, 1 strength on your Steam. So I mean, it still allows you to do some things. This monster, I think this monster could be interesting. Like, what if they don't have any thunder damage moves? Yeah, well, obviously you wouldn't use it against fucking Vanos. I feel like if you're going against Vanos, then you just use a metal monster to drain him. Like, Manny is a perfect example. You could use Manny, he'll take half damage from a metal attack. So, if Vanos does the AoE metal, it won't do much damage to him. You could use Ferris. Ferris wears a mask. He could drain him. I feel like Witch Cat's another monster that I definitely need to rank up because of the SC stamina regen. And Chuckle has a pyro move somewhere. This one. Is it? I don't really think it's a slap. All right, let me explain to you why I don't think it's a slap, Miguel. If you were struggling in the Infinite Gauntlet, that means you haven't invested in anything yet, right? I mean, if you didn't have a team that could beat the Gauntlet, then you didn't have a team that could beat the Gauntlet, right? 2 days ago. Let's just rewind to 2 days ago. You didn't have a team that could beat the Gauntlet 2 days ago, right? You didn't have a team that could beat the Gauntlet 2 days ago. I did have a team that could beat the Gauntlet 2 days ago. Now, I don't have a team that can't... I don't have a team that can beat the Gauntlet. You? You still exactly where you were. You couldn't beat the Gauntlet. So the only thing it did was bring the players that were ahead of you back down to you. That's really all it did. So now, all those players who invested in monsters like Kodama, Lindworms, Taburas, all that shit that we invested in, you didn't waste all that dust. You're lucky they fix it now instead of after you already ranked all these 150s. Like, I would love to be able to take my Kodama's dust, the dust that I used on Kodama, and just throw it on these bait monsters. No, you haven't built a team yet, Machilas. That's my point. My point is you haven't built a team that could beat the Gauntlet yet. So you're still on the exact same fucking mission. The rest of us got reset. Like, I'm now having to do what you were already going to be doing, whether they fucking updated the Gauntlet or not. You were going to be making a team that could beat the Gauntlet. You were going to be ranking up your relics for your bait monsters. You were going to be saving up gold so that you could bait. You were going to be figuring out how to masturbate. You were going to be figuring out how to rank your dudes up. And you're still doing the same fucking shit now. The only difference is now I got to do the same fucking shit with you. Anthony, I'm not saying it's a bad situation at all. I'm telling you right now that when you updated the fucking Gauntlet, you brought the people that were ahead back down. You may feel like the people that were behind got pushed farther behind, but they really didn't, because you didn't have shit anyway. If you didn't have shit last week, then you still don't got shit now. So you didn't fucking lose anything. Meaning, I get it. What, you were making, let's say, if you were making 150 Stardust, how much Stardust are you making now? From what I've seen, the fucking Gauntlet didn't even get hard till node 50 fucking 2. Meaning, if you didn't get to fucking node 52, you didn't lose anything. The people getting past 52 are the ones that just got slapped in the fucking mouth. If you were getting to like fucking 47 like armor and now you're getting to 41, I promise you armor's going to be getting to 47 in another fucking week. He's going to be getting right back where he fucking was. Alright, if I had to guess how long it's going to take me to beat the Gauntlet, I have 2,000 dust saved. I'm setting it at less than 2 weeks. I think we're beating the Gauntlet in less than 2 weeks. I think I'm beating the Gauntlet in less than 2 weeks. With no gems. Zero gems, less than 2 weeks. Let me get the second Mega Taunt monster. Let me get him ranked up. That buys me 2 hard nodes. That means on one hard node I use Bomb. On one hard node I use Cryo. Then you let me use multiple teams so I can let my team die, meaning like, oh, my Steam gets killed on a node. All right, well, if my Steam at least killed one monster, I hope, you're going to have Cryo a lot in the Gauntlet. Cryo's going to be a sacrifice, basically, bro. Meaning if my Cryo's getting hit, he's probably dying. I was beating it if there was no 24.4k Fromo or 26.1k Mochi. Okay, exactly, Anthony. So, you know why you weren't beating it? Because A, you couldn't bait that node, and B, the node was too fast for you. Those are the 2 reasons why you weren't beating that node. Because you couldn't bait it and it was too fast for you. Meaning you were already given that problem. Okay? Meaning you were already tasked with the problem of, how do I beat a node I can't bait? How do I beat a node I can't outspeed? You now still have the exact same fucking problem. How do you beat nodes you can't bait? How do you beat nodes you can't outspeed? Meaning, you apply the same exact future you were going to do to beat that node to beating the nodes you can't beat right now in the Gauntlet, in the new one. And you'll be successful. You'll be successful. An example. Can 24.4k from a 26.1k Moochie be baited? How could one bait that node? Give me an example of how you bait that node. If you can outspeed it. Because you don't have 150s. You only got 130s and you just can't figure out how you beat that node. How does one with 130s beat 24k from a 26.1k Moochie? Use Witch Cat with Rotten. Perfect. That's one example of how you do it. All right. Do you have Witch Cat and Rotten? All right. Do you have rank 3? Them both? Are they both rank 3? So weren't you able to rank 3 them and beat that node? Because I bet you making those same exact changes on your account is going to let you get farther in this new Gauntlet. Those answers are going to be applied to your new problems too. You have the same problems. It's like getting a test and you're like, oh, this was the same thing that was on last week's test. It is. They just changed the colors and changed some numbers around, and 26K is now 30K. Like 26.1 is now 33.1. Are you feeling what I'm saying? It's still the same fucking problem. Nothing's changed. Just the surface, like the I don't know how to explain it any deeper than that. Yeah, so you do the same thing you were planning to do to get better. You could rank your Witch Cat. You could rank your fucking Rotten. Now you go into these nodes where you can't outspeed 36,000 with a 33,000 with the 30 whatever. You let Rotten take the hit. Yeah, you let Rotten take the hit. Boom, they're drained. Hardy's gonna recharge. You send in Witch Cat, Hardy's not gonna recharge. That's what I'm talking about by saying players like me got set back to you. Because I didn't need to rank my Witch Cat. I didn't need to rank my Rotten to beat that 24K, 26K Froma node. I beat that son of a bitch with Steam yesterday, or the last time that I played the Gauntlet. I beat it with Steam. But now I'm tasked with the same fucking problem that you fucking got. Meaning I'm supposed to be ahead of you. I'm supposed to have those problems already fucking solved. And now I got the same exact fucking problem you got. I gotta rank 3 my Rotten. I gotta rank 3 my goddamn Witch Cat. Why? Because I can't fucking outspeed 36K. You can't either, so we in the same fucking boat now. That's my point. That's my point of trying to explain to these people who are behind. You were fucking behind anyway. Which means I'm closer to you now than I was last week. Which is good. I like it because the Gauntlet was more fun when I was like... You know when I had the most fun in the Gauntlet? When I made it to node 43. When I made it to node 43 for the first time, that felt good, bro. When I beat the Gauntlet for the first time without spending any gems, that felt good, bro. It didn't really feel that good to beat it 2 weeks ago. It did not feel anything the same to beat the Gauntlet 2 weeks ago as it did to beat it for the first time without gems. Now, in the next couple of days, I get to try and beat it again without spending any gems, and it's going to feel better than it did beating it the day before yesterday. Okay, 777. I don't think it's as important to think about how far you got, as in think about what problems you had. Meaning, like, you say you got to 35. Why couldn't you get to 36? Why didn't you get to 36? What stopped you from getting to 36? What stopped you from getting to 36 when you were on 35? Because that is your problem, not what nodes you're on. Whatever was the reason why you couldn't go farther is the same problem you still got today in the Gauntlet. You still have the same fucking problems in the Gauntlet that you had yesterday. You are focusing on something you cannot control. You cannot control how much stardust you get for solving your problems. What you can control is how many problems you can solve. I ran out of bait, I think. Some dude was faster, not sure, needed to re-rune. Exactly. And you work on solving those problems, and you'll get farther in today's Gauntlet. I'm telling you guys, man. If you weren't beating the Gauntlet, it's like when Mythics came out. It's the same thing as when Mythics came out. When Mythics came out, who did it hurt more? The players who didn't have a lot of monsters, or the players who already had all the monsters? When Mythics released, who did it hurt more? The 6-month player or the 1-year player? It leveled that playing field. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's the same way with this Gauntlet. Meaning if you weren't beating the Gauntlet and you were only getting to node 35, technically you are in a better position than the people who were getting farther. Because you hadn't even got to getting farther yet, which means you're going to be able to solve the problems that we didn't have at the time. It's like saying you just got to see what you need to get to 40 or 50. I just got to see what I needed to get to 40 or 50. Now we have the same exact problems. You get to start working towards the same problems that I'm working towards. Yesterday we didn't have the same problems. You had fucking problems and I didn't have any. Now I got the same problems you fucking got. I got to do the same fucking shit you got to do now. I was supposed to be done. I was supposed to be done leveling up bait monsters. I was supposed to be done maxing relics. I was supposed to be done switching relics. I was supposed to be done worrying about get alted. I was supposed to be done worrying about how to outspeed a node. I was supposed to be done worrying about all this shit. And now I'm right back in the same boat as you guys. I got to do the same thing you guys got to do. What is that going to do? It's going to help me bridge the gap. Meaning when I'm making a video tomorrow or the next day, the same players that were coming to watch my content to try and figure out how to get to node 36 are going to learn a lot. Why? Because you're going to watch me struggle. You're going to watch me have the same fucking problems on node 47 that you were having on 35. Instead of coming and watching me face roll the whole fucking Gauntlet and being like, man, what did I learn from that? Oh, I learned Steamrath's good, bro. Steamrath's good. How do you know Steamrath's good? I just watched Lost Jumper beat the whole fucking Gauntlet with it. I just learned that Letalus is good. How do you know Letalus is good? I just watched Lost Jumper beat the whole fucking Gauntlet with it. That's how I know it's good. Well, now you're going to see me struggling on the same problems you were struggling on, and then you're going to see how does Lost Jumper adapt to that? How does Lost Jumper figure out how to beat that problem? What did Lost Jumper do when he wasn't fast enough? Every monster on the whole fucking node was faster than Lost Jumper. Every monster on the node was faster than Lost Jumper. How many other players were dealing with that yesterday? Last week, how many players, maybe because they only had level 120 monsters, maybe because they only had level 110 monsters, but how many players in the world were going into a Gauntlet node where all 3 monsters were faster than them? And they're going, shit, how do I beat this? I turn on Lost Jumper's channel, he doesn't have this problem. He's faster than all 3 of the monsters, so he just rolls over top of them. But I'm not faster than all these monsters. How do I beat these monsters? And do you know what everybody would say? They say, oh, you rank your monsters up, bro. That's how you beat the Gauntlet. You rank your monsters up. What if you don't have the fucking Stardust to rank your monsters? What's that going to do for you today? If my Stardust is at 5... how is telling me I need to rank my monsters going to help me get farther in today's Gauntlet? If I only got 5 Stardust, and I say, man, how do I beat this node? Everybody's faster than me, and all you got to tell me is rank your monsters. Rank your monsters, bro. Upgrade your runes, bro. What, did you just pull those out of your ass? You're asking, how do I beat something with the shit that I do have, not with the shit I don't have? And that's where I come in. That's where now you're going to see me. I'm going into a node, and I don't outspeed everybody. Everybody's faster than me. What does LJ do? Does he just throw in the towel and say, oh, this node got me because I need to rank my monsters? Or do we try to figure something out? Do we try to bait certain monsters? Do we try to use Uriel Essence bait tricks? Do we try to use a specific baiting strategy? Do we try to send in a certain monster to do a certain thing before sending in another monster to do a certain thing to just get the node in some sort of manipulated way so that we can have a winning chance when we go in to try and win? And then you can watch me accomplish that and then go, I never even thought about that. I could do the same thing on node 35 last week, and I never even thought about it. I never even thought that if I use that monster to do that and then use this monster to do this, I could have beat 35 last week when everybody was telling me I need to rank my shit. I could have been beaten already. Here's a perfect example. That 26k Moochie node, the one where everybody's like, you can bait it with Witch Cat. You can bait it with Witch Cat, you can bait it with Rotten. Did you know it's only SC that's letting them charge? Meaning technically all you needed was Rotten, because Rotten would get hit by Ilion and drain the whole node, okay? Then all you got to do is go in with a triple Uriel team that has Tabora going first, and Ilion will charge, kill your team, and then it's your Tabora's turn to go. As long as you put 6 team speed on everybody else so that your Tabora is faster than 24.4k or 26k, whatever you got to do to make that Tabora as fast as possible. And then you just go, or you even got, you just go and you purr away the SC before they take their turn. Now they have to charge. You didn't need Witch Cat. You just got to get rid of that SC. And you'd have been fine. Like, there's multiple ways to beat things. There's multiple ways to beat things. But you don't know it until you know it, you know? Like, I don't really know how to explain it. All I'm saying is, look, SP has brought me down a notch. You guys were already struggling in the Gauntlet, some of you. Not all of you. I'm sure some people in this chat were beating the Gauntlet, maybe. But the ones of you who were struggling, be thankful, because now you get to watch LJ struggle and you can learn from my struggles to help heal your struggles. All I'm saying is, look, you didn't have any 150 monsters last week. Next week, you're going to know more about which monsters you want to get to level 150, won't you? Maybe Tabora doesn't need to be 150 anymore. Maybe it's not going to help you to have a 150 Tabora anymore. Maybe it's not going to help you to have a 150 Lindworm anymore. Maybe you don't know what it's going to help you to have. Maybe you start looking at it and you go, you know what? Holy shit, Lupo is better than fucking Lindworm for this Gauntlet. It's more important that you can beat the Gauntlet than it is how well you do in PvP. I promise you, whatever team you're using to get far in the Gauntlet or be successful in the Gauntlet is going to be able to get you Legend 1 in PvP. Absolutely. The same thing just happened with like Wubby today. He's realizing, he said, look, he said it perfectly on his stream. He said Lost Jumper is used to not having the luxuries of Shelly, not having these awesome OP monsters and these awesome runes, which means he's so used to having to figure out how to beat something with nothing. I call it making chicken soup out of chicken shit. And now that's what's required of him. Meaning he's so used to having it easy, and now that it's hard, it's like going into new water for him. That I'm used to getting my ass kicked. I'm used to losing. And now if you're losing, who are you going to relate to? You're going to look over at me and be like, damn, you're good at losing. You handle losing pretty well. Come help me for a second. Why? Because I realize you have a value now. And in a couple of weeks, I won't have that value to him anymore. Why? Because the Gauntlet will be solved and he'll be beating it again, using his Shelly, and I'll still be struggling without my goddamn Shelly. Like, I won't have that secret fucking weapon Shelly. Like, as soon as Wubby gets as good as me at masturbating, like, he's going to take that Shelly farther than I'm going to take my cryo. You can bet on it. And right now, nobody has the best monsters. Right now, everybody's gonna get their ass beat in that dungeon. Which means everybody is going through what I'm already used to going through. Having to figure out some shit while getting your ass handed to you. Right, and what are they gonna all be doing right now? That's why I'm so fucking happy for this update. You know why I'm so fucking happy for this update? Because there was a time when I was beating the Gauntlet and pay to win weren't. And that time is going to come again, boys, in a week. That's why I'm happy for this update. That's why I'm truly happy. That's why I'm truly happy. At the end of the day, bro, they do not sell player skill in any of the shops. You get that through getting your ass kicked and overcoming it. That's all there is to it. If you ain't getting your ass kicked, you ain't learned. Like, I used to say it on Dungeon Boss, bro. The same people who act like they're good at PvP, they don't lose a bunch of PvPs. If I look at your PvP record, and you did 150 fights, and you won 145 of them, okay? That means you lost 5 fights. That means 5 times you were not able to overcome something. So that means 5 times you failed. If I failed a fucking 100 times, and you failed 5 times, who the fuck has more information to study if the question you're asking is, how do I get better? If the true question you're asking is, how do I get better? Who has more to study? The guy who lost 5 times or the guy who lost 100? Assuming we were trying to win on all of those times. All I'm telling you guys is the people who are getting their asses beat in PvP, the people who have hundreds of losses, they're the people who are figuring out. Those are the people who are figuring it out. The people who don't have many losses are fucking copycats, bro. How the fuck did you learn to get so good if you ain't losing? Where the fuck did you learn something you didn't already know if you're winning? Winning means you figured out something you already knew. You won. Okay? If something beats you, you have to figure out how to beat it. If nothing's beating you, then you're not figuring out anything. And if you're not figuring out anything, then where the fuck are you getting your information from? Someone else. It ain't that fucking hard to figure out. Jesus Christ, it's super easy. If I look at your fucking PvP record and you got 10 fucking losses, that means you already knew everything. You already knew everything. Well, how the fuck did you learn everything? Oh man, I just theorize. Exactly. Lost Jumper doesn't just theorize. I go take my theories in, get their asses beat and learn, and then when I come up with a good idea, other people just, hey, I'm going to put the same runes on it he did. I'm going to do the same thing he does. Oh, look, I'm doing good with it. I must be better than him. I got a better record than him with it. What you're not realizing is it's like, bro, that's how you learn. You take your ideas, you think you know everything, something proves you don't know everything. You go back, you regroup, you know more than you knew before. You keep doing it, sure, your PvP record's not going to look good. That reminds me back with Mitchin. Mitchin, people, the pay to win used to give Mitchin hell because he was doing 1,200 attacks in a PvP season and he's making top 50. So if Mitchin goes and he goes on like skill to kill and he brags and he says, hey, look, I made 30th place and I only used legends. The pay to win say, yeah, that's because you did 6,000 attacks. That's the only reason why you're in 30th place. It's because you did 6,000 attacks. they're right, but they're right for all the wrong reasons. Yeah, sure, he's up there because he did 6,000 attacks. But doing 6,000 attacks doesn't make winning fucking any easier. He learns more in those 6,000 attacks than you cocksucking motherfucking pay-to-win learn in your 200 attacks. You're like, oh, I did 70 attacks and I made fucking 40th place. Yeah, you didn't learn dick. You didn't contribute anything to the game. You're just some fucking bitch running shit that already works and everybody knows works. And you're putting somebody down for doing something you can't fucking do. Win with some legends. Fact. You gonna sit there and tell me there ain't been a pay-to-win, try to use an area dodge team? I remember when Graken, Wormlet, and Brute were fucking destroying the meta. Okay? And you got a motherfucker using 3 legends making top 30, and you can't fucking do it no matter how many fucking attacks you do, and you gonna put him down because he does thousands of attacks? That's the pay-to-win in this game. That's the pay-to-win in this game. The man learned all kinds of shit doing thousands of attacks. He got better than everybody else at using area dodge and used it better than everyone else. How? Because he knows how to beat every fucking team just about. And the ones he doesn't know how to beat, he probably knows exactly why he can't beat them. Why? Because he's got all that learning experience. He spent all day, 10 hours a day, figuring out how to beat shit that he couldn't beat yesterday. Hey, last time I lost to this. What did I do last time? Let's not do that. Maybe we can make this change. Oh, I couldn't survive that hit. Maybe I need to mutate life on this rune. Now I can survive that hit. Maybe if I mutate a stamina rune here, I can get 1 extra turn and do this. Maybe if I change this relic's level to this guy's going to hit me and he's going to drain this. And they figure out everything, and then other ass faces come around and they just copy it. They just copy it, bro. They copy it. That's all. They look at it and they go, he's running this move. He's running this relic. Maybe that's what I've been doing wrong. Like, I felt so like, oh, bro. Fuck you, punks. Like, that's for real. I mean, like, there's a positive word to call them, okay? If you want to be a copycat, there is a positive term to copycats. I call them, it's a term I take from Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering is a card game. They're called pilots. It's called a pilot. You're a pilot. Meaning, you admit, like, look, I'm not good at building teams. I'm not good at figuring out the best team. I'm not good at figuring out the best this or the best that. But I'm good at piloting. Which means if you give me a good team, I can win with it. Why? Because I'm a good pilot. Like, there are people that try to be better pilots. If that makes any sense. Meaning, there's people out there who are good pilots because they've practiced piloting. Do you know what a good pilot can do? Let's say you got good at piloting while I got good at building. All right? That means you're less likely to make the mistake I made last Air Duels. The mistake I made last Air Duels was I didn't step away from a losing team soon enough. A good pilot would know this is a team that they don't have to play with it that many times to know to step out of it. Like, if you give a good pilot a plane that has something wrong with it, that good pilot will notice it right away and be like, yo, bro, this plane, bro, I don't trust this plane. I'm not flying that bitch again. Why ain't you flying it? The fucking wing was flapping the last time I fly. Fuck that shit. Lost jumper, I be in there like, maybe if I duct tape the wing down, maybe if I bring some of some rope and I tie this around here, we can make the wing work this time. Like, that's the difference. The difference is I'm stuck in this plane that I should have known is not a safe plane. It's not a good plane. It's got shit wrong with it. Get out of it. And I didn't. Why? Because I'm better at building than I am at piloting. in that aspect. Doesn't mean I'm bad at piloting. Don't get me wrong, guys. It does not mean I'm bad at piloting. I'm just saying that if I had to pick which one I was better at, I'm better at building a plane than I am at flying a plane. If that makes any sense. I'm saying there's players out there who have been copycatting their whole fucking every game they've played for the past, like, 6 years, for example. Like, maybe they've only played Monster Legends for 2 years. Well, the game they played before Monster Legends, they were copycatting in that game too. So what I'm telling you is, like, there are people who, if I give you a team and you're a copycat your whole life, all you've ever done is copy what wins, okay? Well, then if I give you a team and it's a losing team, it wouldn't take you long to figure that out and get out of it, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? You'd be quick as fuck to get out of a losing team if you was a pro copycatter. If you was a pro copycatter, you would be so fast at using a team and going, nah, bro, this team sucks. I'm getting out of this. I'm going to go copy that team over there. It's better. You get what I'm saying? You would have an eye for being like, nah, that team over there is fire. This team here is trash. Yeah, you'd be like, whoop, I'm going to go over there and copy that team. Fuck copying this one. This one sucks. Exactly. Whereas if you're like a builder at heart, you'd be trying to fix something that's broken. Absolutely. That's what I'm getting at, Rose. I'm getting at... Sometimes you can think of it as negative, but at the same time, we all should have the same goal. Whether you copy people, whether you build your own shit, no matter what you do, we should all have the same goal, right? We want to win. You want to win, right? That we all should have the same goal. We want to win. And the reason why I would hope we want to win is only one reason why. It's more fun to win than it is to lose. We play games because we want to have fun. It's not fun losing. That's why if it's not fun losing, our job should be to stop losing. Sure, everyone should have different paths in a weird way. Right, and there you go. What MG Clan, you're realizing right there is like, look, did you achieve that or did Armor achieve that? In the rules of the game, you achieve that. Yes, Rapson, I probably could, but the problem is it's all about what you own at this point for me. I don't own shit to do Grandmaster duels, bro. I really don't own anything. Tell me how the fuck I'm supposed to beat Max Pump Seeds and Santas and Thaslas when I don't even own any of that shit. Like, I don't like what I have. I'd rather just not play in it, bro. It's not even appealing to me. It's not even appealing to me. I'm doing the regular duels for play experience. The reason why I do classic duels is because I get my ass beat in classic duels, bro. That's why I do classic duels. I get my ass beat in there, bro. You don't think somewhere in the back of my head when I do a classic duel and I get my ass beat, there's this little teeny baby voice that goes, if you were good at the game, you wouldn't lose. Like, straight up. If I was good at this game, I wouldn't lose these. That's what goes through my mind. I gotta get better. Why am I getting my ass kicked in live fucking duels against people who just started last week? The fuck is going on? And the truth is because I'm busy playing the rest of the game that's so fucking easy that I'm never being challenged. Meaning, like, bro, I go through PvP and the only fights I lose are the ones where I thought I was going to lose before I hit fight. Or I mean, I see the team I got to fight and I'm like, fuck, I'm not going to win this. Fuck, I'm most likely not going to win this. In classic live duels I run in, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. I get my ass smashed, bro. It's not a lottery. I'm telling you right... Dude, I thought Magic the Gathering was a lottery. Okay? You ever play Magic the Gathering and you're like, man, I didn't get the mana I need. Man, I got mana fucked. Man, I drew the wrong cards. Man, I didn't get this. And man, he's so fucking lucky I didn't draw this card or that card or this card. And he's so fucking lucky that I got mana fucked. If I would have got a third mana this game, I would have fucked him up. Everything in my hand cost 3 and I only had fucking 2 mana and I couldn't do shit. And you make all these fucking reasons. Okay, and then you look over at the champion. You don't think he gets mana fucked? You don't think he draws the cards he didn't need? You don't think he has fucking problems? How the fuck did he win the tournament? How the fuck did he win last week's tournament? How the fuck does he keep fucking winning? What, does he never get fucked? How does he keep fucking winning? It's because sometimes the difference between winning and losing can be as thin as a hair, bro. Sometimes it really comes down to one choice. And I feel that a lot in classic duels. In classic duels, there's a lot of times where I'm just like, man, that one fucking super stupid simple mistake cost me my whole live duel. Meaning, like, if I didn't make that one mistake, I wouldn't even have had that next opponent. I wouldn't even have got that fucking matched rune set up. And LJ, could you use your Graken Broma and Sanitarian for Grandmasters? I'd have to rank my Froma. When I made my private mage. Also, we would not have anticipation on that team. That team has no anticipation. How do you stop yourself from getting extra turned? Like, how do you stop Thasla? How do you stop Thundir if you don't have anticipation? Alright, so you trait disable Santa and take an extra turn. Like, I'm confused, bro. If you want to play Grandmaster Duels, copy Armor, it's a safe ass cheap team. What do you mean, Armor? What's his team? It's like I get the feeling you're going to name some team that Armor's copying. Like, Armor Worm Rag? Is that really his team? Are you fucking kidding me? Well, his rag's max, though. My rag's like 105. Means I don't have the stomp, and I don't have revive, which is 2 huge disadvantages. I got a max whatchamacallit? Well, she could be max. I have the cells, but I don't think she gets anything for being max. I got this chick. She can turn transfer like Lindworm. Like, that's pretty dope. I think she's also really fast compared to the other legends. she's got this move. What do you think of the roar? It's a fucking Lindworm turn transfer, bro. Yeah, like turn transfer to Kraken. It also gives true vision. So you wouldn't miss on rags. Even though, but I guess that doesn't work because fucking rags got anticipation. So yeah, like turn transfer just turns on anticipation. Yeah, like, how good is this evade move though? The cunning Hack-A-Man removes all negative status effects from all allies, applies true vision to all allies, applies evasion to all allies, applies damage boost to all allies, requires cooldown. Yeah, like, and you're fast enough to go first and put that up. So, like, your Santa gets evade, your Kraken gets evade. On turn 1. What do they do to that? How do they get out of that? So you per my Santa with your Thasla, take an extra turn because I don't have any anticipation. And then you trait disable my Santa, take another turn. And then what do you do? Like, how many moves can fucking Thasla do in Grandmasters? What does Lord Pump Seed do? Like, trait disable my Santa, per my Santa, corrupt my Santa? And then what does he do? Nothing, right? Yeah, but what does Thasla do? Explain to me what Thasla does when I've got a Mega Taunt trait with evade, and then I've got an area dodge with evade, and then I got this chick with evade. No, my Santa's only rank 2, so he doesn't have artifact. Who does she trait this, or who does she turn transfer to? The Mega Freeze won't hit unless you also per this monster. How does she deny my Kraken if my Kraken had evade? Well, yeah, but so who's on the Thasla team? Tell me who's on the Thasla team. Tell me who's on the Thasla team, guys. The Thasla that you guys are like, you don't have anticipation. So Rag, Thasla, and who? Rag, Thasla, Azul. And how do they ruin that team? All speed Thasla, 6 team speed everybody else? Damn, it's like, why couldn't that shock have fucking purr? It says removes all negative status effects from itself, applies shock to all enemies, and double damage to all allies. I don't really know how her name is pronounced, Aaron. I'm fucking horrible with names, bro. Like, why can't they just name them fucking Jack, Tim, John? Man, everything gotta be fucking complicated. My Corruptus is only ranked 2. The other thing that I have that I like is this monster. Okay, so this monster has immune to control, and it has anticipation, and it has harden, and then its skills. I'm only missing one. And then I don't have the runes that I need for these guys either. That's like, I don't own fucking 9 mutant runes on these fucking monsters I don't use. I think if we look at my runes, so it has to be 7 or higher. I don't have 10s on any of the monsters we're talking about. Like, if I look at my Graken, like, I got 3 7s on Graken. Alright, and then when it comes to mutant 7s, I got a mutant team speed 7, so that's 1. I've got a strength life mutant, that's 2. I've got 3 mutant 8s. But he wears 7s. And then I got 2 more here. So I got, like 1 speed life, 1 team speed. So that's what? A strength, a speed, and 2 team speeds. So we're looking at 4 7s. There's a 5th one. Okay, so it looks like I need a mutant. I need mutant speed staminas. I don't know, like what the fuck do I make? Do what? Why the fuck do you want your Santa to be artifact? That's something I'm not understanding. Why the fuck would I want an artifact Santa? I've got her 115, I just haven't fed her. There wouldn't be any tortures and controls if you got fucking evade either. Eventually, I'm going to grow some more food. The chick we just showed, bro. This bitch. She's got badass evasion moves. She's got another one over here that I don't have on at the moment. Maybe she only got one evade move. Alright, silent. So yeah, like I don't like that. Applies damage, boost precision, 1 extra turn. So we would use like just the turn transfer. Yeah, well, she can't cycle her nerve if there's a rag. Yeah, again though, like if you go against the anticipation, you just made half of your moves like useless. There, the one that I have is a single, but her 120 move is an AoE. It's a single into AoE, I believe. Yeah, like skill mirror is not going to do anything, right? I have no idea, guys. Like, I just don't like it. Doesn't attract me, bro. My rag is like 105. That's what I'm saying. I think it is totally favored to people who have old fucking useless goddamn shit. Shit that doesn't fucking work anymore. Like, why? Like, I've been playing since that shit was already no good. Why the fuck would I invest in it? Like, these people were playing back when frats were giving orbs or something, bro. Like, where the fuck do you get orbs for a 130 rag at nowadays without buying them for gems? The only way to get fucking orbs is to buy them for gems. You only get so many from the Nemesis dungeon. You only get so many from PvP. You need fucking 20,000 fucking orbs almost. You need 19,000 orbs. What are you talking about? 19 fucking months of playing. Like, for real, like... Yeah, it's 19,000 orbs for a max fucking War Master. Sure, Rapson, I don't doubt that you can win with that team. The problem is, like, everybody now has, like... There's so many more people that have the same exact fucking monsters now. Max Thasla, Max Rag, Max Santa, Max Corruptus, Max fucking Pumpkin. That's what the fuck the meta is in my mind. Like, it doesn't add up to me, bro. It's not fucking fun. It just seems fucking annoying. Like, give me the same fucking things my opponents own and I would love it. Like, if I had fucking max pumped all those monsters I just named, I'd fucking love it. We'd be all over making these runes and going in there and just obliterating everybody. But I don't. Like, I gotta play against that shit, which means I want to be creative. I want to come up with something that... I come in and I beat these motherfuckers. Why? Because they're used to fighting the same fucking teams over and over, and then they gotta fight something they don't have the right moves on to beat or something. And then I only had to beat, so many people. How many do you gotta win? 6? You have to win 6 fights? And how many can you lose? And I feel like you're going to get the same fucking opponents. Like, the people that are on the leaderboard, those are the people you got to fight. Like, there's not enough people doing it. Obviously, there wasn't even 50 fucking people last week. There's only like fucking 20 people that want to fight. Meaning you're going to have to fight the people on the list, and you already know what most of them are fucking playing. That's why, like... And then if you lose one time, it's not really fucking worth it anymore. If I gotta spend 60 or 90 fucking gems to get a level 9, like... Then they just found another way to sucker me into buying shit I don't need on this game. Like... I try to buy things that I know are directly going to help my account. If I know I can go in and get me a fucking level 9 for 30 gems, that sounds great. And then you go in and you don't get you a 9 for 30 gems, and now you're just a gambler like the rest of these motherfuckers. The ones that are like, oh, I got the Super X rune. It's like, yeah, you paid fucking 2,000 gems and lied and said you paid 1,000, man. Go fucking jump out your bedroom window. I don't give a fuck. I would love to go in and win one using a team that we built, that we stream, or not that we stream, but that we make a video of, like, using. I don't understand what team we make. If we go with Rag, we don't have a lot of things, but we do have a lot of things at the same time. Meaning 105 Rag does actually offer a few things. I'm not going to grow some food because I'm thinking about... I'm not going to re-farm because I'm kind of thinking about what to farm. Like, Red got a few tricks up his sleeve at 105. He just doesn't have the HP or the speed that everyone else's rag's gonna have capped at 115 and you're fucking 10 levels behind him. He's got trait disable, total blind. He's got death's door. He's got no more failures. He's got a purr. He's got a CDA move. He's got fucking an evade move. If Kraken goes first, he could destroy everything. And for Thasla, Kraken would go first because she is slower than Kraken. Is that true? So who do we go up against there? What does Kraken do to Azul, bro? You guys just said we go against Rag, Thasla, and Azul. Doesn't Azul just stop Kraken? Doesn't his whole trait disable and purr get used on just Azul? Purr plus stun. So the stun misses on Rag, and their Rag goes before my Rag. Wait, we said we weren't even going to use Rag, though. We said we were going to use Draken, Zenfire, and Santa. Yeah, like, what would I do? What the fuck would I do after you purr and stun them? And then Zenfire goes. Or their Rag goes. Like, Rag just turn transfers. Rag just no more failures on their Thasla. Like, what the fuck do we... I don't understand, man. I don't understand how you win with that team. How do you kill them? And then it's like, how do you beat the enemy Krakens? How do you beat Kraken Wormlad Armor Claw? Yeah, well, it doesn't stun Rag. He's got a 50% chance it doesn't stun him, bro. Or never mind, he's only got a 20% chance it doesn't stun him. I thought he had fucking Bulwark or something. I'm just not really figuring out how you win with that, that's all. Like, maybe Zenfire would have to have one strong single hit for killing enemy Krakens? Because there's no relics, right? Bro, this is her only fucking fire move? Are you fucking kidding me? This is the only fucking way she could punch Kraken? Like, that's so fucking retarded. It's like you're gonna be wearing. See, like, bro, I don't want to play with it. It sounds like shit. Like I swear, I don't fucking like it one bit. I'm like, nah, fuck that stupid gay shit. I'd rather keep my 30 gems and play with trash. Yeah, like I totally feel like Grandmaster Duels is trash if you don't have Max Stasla. If you don't have Max War Masters, you don't have fucking Max Forsakens. Yeah, it's just fucking stupid. Like you playing with the welfare rag fucking Kraken Armor Claw team. Like, and it's just shit. Just total shit. It's like part of me, like I said it last time, I was like, man, like we're gonna go in there this time. I swear this is the week where we build a team. And I don't feel it, man. I really don't feel it. There's not a learning experience. It's like fucking war, bro. Like I don't like playing with shit. Like I don't even know how to explain it, bro. Like, the monsters that are good in Grandmaster Duels, I'll beat the fuck out of. You bring your Grandmaster Duel team and come fight me, and I'll murder it. So you're making me play with fucking yesterday's trash. Okay, well, since I don't own it, you're now making me have to go get some garbage. You're making me have to take my energy on the game and my resources on the game and go get fucking garbage. Just because that's all that's allowed in this little fucking event. Fuck that event then. How about a fucking cosmic Grandmaster Duel, bro? Make a fucking Grandmaster Duels where only fucking cosmics are allowed. Make some shit where I already got all the fucking good monsters that are in there. I don't want to fucking level up some useless ass shit just so I can use it in one thing. I don't want to make mutant fucking 7 runes. Like, what the fuck is that? I want to make mutant 10s. I don't want to make mutant fucking 7s. And then if I got mutant fucking 10s, I don't want to put them on some fucking garbage can I only use in one event. And that's why it sounds like shit to me, FC. It sounds like shit to me. It sounds like a fucking gold pit. Show off your collectibles. It sounds like a reward for fucking Pokemon collectors. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like, oh, look at me. I got all these fucking cool ass War Masters. It took me fucking so long to get. Thank God there's Grandmaster Duels or I'd have to wipe my ass with them. Nah, the highest I got in PvP was 4th. Yeah, and I take my 7s and I make fucking race quests with them, bro. At least you got a Gauntlet 777. Yeah, I'm just not a fan, bro. Like, I'm not a fan. The easiest way to put it is I'm not a fan of making shitty runes for an event, and I'm not a fan of investing in shitty monsters for an event that gives me a 9 rune. It's not adding up to me. It's not adding up to me. I just keep playing the game. I go at my own fucking pace, and eventually one day I'll have all the fucking monsters that are in that stupid ass fucking event, and then I'll have enough 10s where I can be like, hey, look, this is going to be my Grandmaster Duel team, so I'm just going to put 9 10s on it and just let it sit here, or 9 9s on it and just let it sit here, like I do my Nemesis team. Just like I do my Nemesis team, where I just leave some runes sit on it. Like, it's not fucking adding up at all to me, man. It's not adding up at all. I'm just like, cool. Like, Anyone who's winning those things, I'm like, cool, bro, you want to fight? Because I don't think that means shit. Like, you won Grandmaster Duel. You own a bunch of garbage that you probably bought, like, or you fucking been playing a long time. It's like the only other fucking way. Like, where am I going to get orbs from other than spending gems? Tell me. Please tell me how the fuck I get orbs without spending gems. I've been playing a year and 2 fucking months. I don't got no goddamn max War Masters, and I don't have a bunch of fucking different ranked War Masters. I got a couple and they're ranked like 1, and then Thassel is ranked 3. Tell me where the fuck I get these orbs from. I've been playing a year and 2 months. Do I slack off? Was I fucking absent when they're giving them out? No, they're not giving them out. They're selling them. They want your fucking gems for those orbs, bro. Straight up, they want your fucking gems. You want to max your Thassel Lost Jumper? You spend a couple thousand gems when Thassel Dungeon comes around. That's how you max your Thassel. It's that simple. You want to max your Rag? You spend a couple thousand gems. You max your fucking Rag. You want to get one of these Forsaken Smacks? You buy some fucking gems, or you spend some fucking gems, and you get it. Like, it's ridiculous to me, bro. I've been playing a year and 2 months. The orbs aren't there. The Forsakens aren't there. It's fucking a scam. They want your fucking money. The only people who didn't spend money have been playing for years. Or, if you didn't spend money and you haven't been playing for years, you've been investing in garbage, and I'll beat your fucking ass in PvP because, or in HVH. I'll beat your fucking ass in HVH because you spent all your time working on shit that ain't good in HVH. It's good in GMDs. Like, straight up. You got 10s on fucking Legends. That's how I feel about it, man. Trust me, it's there. I want to, but that's like coming to the same thing. Like, I got all that amber, guys. I got all this amber. Just chilling here. I don't even really want to rank Blaze at the moment. I got 9,600 amber, right? People be like, you could rank Cyberel, you could rank fucking Froma, you could rank Armor, you could rank Armel. And it's like, yeah, where am I going to use them? Grandmaster Duels. What am I going to do outside of Grandmaster Duels? Nothing. So you want me to spend my fucking resources on some shit I'm going to use in Grandmaster Duels? When, what if I use those same resources on a monster that beats your ass in an HVH? Like, what, bro? You talking shit? I bring in this monster that I spent my resources on and beat your fucking ass with it. How about that? You go get that fucking garbage you use in a Grandmaster Duels. I go get the monster that I use for beating your ass. And we fight. That's what I'm looking at here. I'm looking at, I could spend the amber on monsters that help me beat your ass, or I could spend the amber on monsters that help me make a level 9 rune. Which one is going to help me more? I don't fucking know the answer to that, to be honest, guys. I really don't know the answer. What do you mean they give tons of free cells, bro? If they give tons of free cells, then why ain't he ranked? Explain to me. If they give so many free cells, where the fuck are they? I'm looking at 711 out of 1,500. If they give so many fucking cells, why the fuck ain't he ranked? Obviously, they don't give fucking cells. I don't get his fucking cells in the Gauntlet. What the fuck is this? Damn, I gotta wait till the weekend before they show me the list. Yeah, bro, I do PvP. I do the Gauntlet. I don't get armor cells. I don't get them. I mean, armor hits pretty hard though, right? He's a mythic. I don't understand, like, the people who run the Froma Armor Armel team. How much fucking strength do you run on that team? Like, what? How did you ruin that team? If you were to run Froma, Rag, Armel, how do you ruin that team? Like, how many strengths go on Armel? How do you know when Armel hits hard enough in Grandmaster duels? I want to know about the mythics in Grandmaster duels. Like, how the fuck do you know how fast they need to be faster than the legends? How do you know how much strength they need to kill a fucking legend in one hit without spending a bunch of gems to find out? Like, oh, I want to know if my Armel kills this Thasla. Let's go in there and lose 30 gems to find out so that I can go in there again and figure it out. There's no videos on YouTube, man. I can't find Grandmaster duel content on YouTube. Not very much of it. I really can't. I can't find, like, multiple teams where people have gotten beat or where people are winning and they're going against different stuff. They just show you montages. There's nothing. Like, it's just a bunch of people, like, trying to give you some show-off fucking, look at me, I recorded it while I was winning, and I've been recording it for the past 6 months, but I'm just going to show you where I won. Like, what the fuck? So you run 6 team speed, 3 strength for Armel. Alright, so you're still fucked though by enemy Thaslas, right? Like, what? Like, I truly feel like by the time I got Graken, he's just a fucking dumpster, man. It took me 10 fucking months to rank my Graken. I tried so hard to get nature's cells. It took me 10 fucking months of collecting. I finally ranked my Graken, and I don't do anything with him, guys. I don't do fucking anything at all with Graken. Graken has been completely useless to me the whole entire time he's ever been on my fucking account. He's been so fucking useless. Right, and I don't do Grandmaster duels, so, like, how do we make him broken so that I can go break shit in Grandmaster duels with him? Step 1 is we need to make him 3 stamina mutant runes, right? Or 2 stamina mutant runes? 1 stamina. How many mutant staminas do you put on Graken? How, like... Like, how... Tell me how I'm gonna mutate runes when this is my 7s. Because my monsters are wearing fucking gold 7s, bro. Like... Yeah, it's just... And Armor Worm Rag is some shitty team I don't fucking want to run. Graken fucking Armor Rag is some fucking team I don't want to fucking run. I don't want to go play with that shit. I don't want my face on it. I don't want no parts of it. Meaning, if I go in there, I want some shit to where you're going to be like, that's Lost Jumper's team. I ain't never seen nobody use that shit. He just fucking come in here and broke the meta. We're going to have to adjust our moves on our monsters because this shit is dope. I mean, I don't like the only thing that I don't like about that gets me about Grandmaster duels is when I see all these fucking people only winning one and getting a level 9. If more people were if there was fucking 70 people getting a fucking wins in there, or you needed 2 wins to get a 9 or 3 wins to get a 9, I'd be like, yeah, fuck that shit, I'll stand out. But you only gotta win one fucking time to get a goddamn 9. I'm sitting here like, Lost Jumper, you really think there's that many players better than you at this fucking game? You should be able to go in there and win you a fucking 9 easily. Because all those people on that list, I guarantee you, if you had a fair fight, you would fuck them up. And then I'm just sitting there like, yeah, well, how do I get a fair fight? Oh, I gotta invest in it. Fuck that. Like, why would I... Then they're not really free 9s if I gotta go fucking spend my amber on something, or I gotta go spend my fucking gems on something. Like, my Wormlad is 115, and I mean, yeah, I mean, I could use Wormlad, but what the fuck do I do with Wormlad, man? Use them like I used to use them when I was a noob. Skill mirrors, the healing stun move. Fucking how to kill your dragon. Smack a Graken out. Nah. I'm not a fan, bro. I'm not a fan at all. Not a fan at all. I'm a fan of like Froma. I'm a fan of Graken. I'm a fan of any monster that doesn't see a lot of play in there. Like Lamia. I really wish I could use Lamia. Or Lamea, however you say her name. She's like the one chick I wish I could use. So is fucking Zenfire, but... Like, I really wish I could use this chick, bro. She's fast. Like, I don't know her base speed stat, but... I mean, that's crossed my mind before, but... Like, she's got some moves that I really like. I like this move. Well, I'd still have to spend my fucking amber on Froma. So I don't have everything. I don't have runes on Froma. So I have to make fucking Froma runes. But I'm a fan of this move. It purrs someone, it CDAs them, it burns them, and it gives an extra turn. So like if she goes after Froma, trait disables the tank or the taunt. Froma goes first. Or Graken goes first. I don't know who the fuck goes first on that team. I just know not her. Because I would prefer that I had some sort of chance to trait disable. I mean, it doesn't sound bad. Like, what would we run? We'd run deals trait disable, or trait disable to one enemy, applies curse to one enemy, removes all negative status effects from all allies, applies regeneration to all allies, removes positive status effects twice from one enemy. That could... Does that counter Wormlad's Revive? Does this move counter Wormlad's Revive? I gotta piss. So the problem that I have with that team is taunt extra turners. Like, how fast is Corruptus? Like, what if Corruptus and Armor Claw or something shows up? Like, can you, or Corruptus and Azul, I mean. Like, our Graken goes before Corruptus? So we can trait disable, right? No, like, or yeah. Graken goes first, you trait disable Azul. Graken goes first, you trait disable Santa. Graken goes first, you trait disable Armor Claw. The reason why you have to trait disable that tank is because Lamia is our anticipation, and Lamia's moves are single in AoE with no trait disable, which means she could never stop Corruptus from going crazy. When is the limited starting? That's today, right? What is the limited? You create a Super X by putting 2 mutant runes in the crafter. No, I don't need to purr for Azul because Lamia has Anticipate and she has purr. So, like, if you're trying to extra turn me with your Corruptus, I would be able to, when I get my turn, I would be able to purr extra turn your fucking dude. If that makes sense. Which, I mean, I guess if you had Rag, Corruptus, and Santa, like, how the fuck do I beat Rag, Corruptus, Santa? Like, first Graken goes, disables the trait on Santa. Then Corruptus goes, trait disable extra turn my fucking Lamia. AoE corrupt my, or then purr me, then AoE fucking mega corrupt me, and then only monster not fuck with would be Graken. Like, I was thinking, what about like Graken, Rag, Lamia? Like Rag instead of Froma? Since, like, what can Froma do that Rag can't do? Counter the Wormlad revive on taunt? Because he's only got 1. Well, yeah, but we're using him for his anticipation. Like, he's obviously going to be slow. He's level 105. Where's my Corruptus? I think he's in here. I got this bloody bastard. But he doesn't, like... You said it 3 times, bro. Froma, Lamia, Rag. Who goes first? Your Froma? And what the fuck does Froma do? Trait disables the taunt? What do you do with that team, bro? How do you win? You're Lamia? Dotting them? Torturing them? And then their Thasla goes and they just don't even use an extra turn. They just AoE fucking abyss your ass. Or they use corrupt, or this guy right here. And they just fucking hit you with this Sons of Witches. You come in with that team, your Froma goes, then their Lord Pump goes and hits you with Sons of Witches. Now what do you do? Graken was at least an area dodge Nur. I feel like Graken's better than Froma in that team. Like Lamia, Graken, Rag. Shut the fuck up, regular clown. Punch you in the ass. Looking over my goodies, bro. I feel like Lamia could really fuck up these monsters too. Like Lamia has the ability to mega freeze a single. She has the ability to single CDA. She has the ability to single CDA one monster and like AoE per and freeze the whole team. Like so far I'm leaning towards the Rag, Lamia, Graken. And then be like, why the fuck did I spend my orbs on Thasla? Now my Rag sucks dick and I'm talking about using them. Yeah, like, he doesn't do anything that Lamia wouldn't be able to fuck up. He's super weak to CDA. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'd do with Cat UFO, bro. He is like the only mythic I missed that was available to me a second time. I'm gonna log out and see if they fixed anything, but I highly doubt it, man. Highly doubt it. Well, we got lucky considering I completely forgot about that. Rip my gems real quick. About to go down, guys. Duh, 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 duh. Look at that shitty shit. What do I need to turn that into? I feel like I need a stamina rune. Oh, I need an extra strength rune. I need to make a mutated strength stamina for when I use strength on Steam in the Gauntlet. And we can't use Ferris. Watch it go down. What are you talking about? Watch what go down, bro? Yeah, they can't go down. The worst that can happen is it comes back on fucking team stamina. And we've spent 23 hours doing nothing but getting some points on this thing. Oh, yeah, we exited, right? This fucking game, bro. Oh my goodness. I don't think we got any more Gauntlet questions, man. I think I'm basically ready to go play my tasks. Lay in bed. I don't know what else to do on here. I should be PvPing, but fuck. We're almost like not even halfway there because of fucking people keep doing it. We're like 200 fights probably from fucking getting the avatar. To be honest, I really hope they change it. Change what? What do you hope they change, bro? Lost Jumper's got to go get these motherfuckers. Put some fish on my screen. I gotta go get some shrimp out the fridge. Never mind. I gotta eat leftovers. I got mozzarella sticks I never ate. Can't really say what, bro. How do you know they didn't? How do you know there wasn't a 57? You know, Big Fish is the people who made the last game I played. I used to play Dungeon Boss. That's made by Big Fish. I don't know, man. Ever since I got home today, Diablo Immortal is the next game that I've got my eyes on, bro. I just can't recover my Blizzard account at the moment because I set an authenticator on it and like I don't have that phone anymore, and I haven't found a way to like get a hold of a person yet on support. Every time I find like the support link, it asks me to log in. I'm like, that's why I'm here. I can't fucking log in, you stupid fuckers. I gotta get to level 11 and I get like 1,200 gems. What's up, Roofy? Like, have you seen me merge 6, bro? Yeah, I gotta go too, bro. I'd rather play this game, I think, laying down in bed than I would sitting in front of my television streaming. I'm not gonna make a video today because SP pissed me off. I'm just gonna wait for the Gauntlet to come out, do it, and then make a video play of my experience. Even though I haven't even read the YouTube comments on my videos lately. So, like, man, we're almost at 1.5k subs. Wonder if I refresh, if we're there or not. Like, it's pretty good. Not. Yeah, I hope they fix it. They try that 30 dust stars shit with me again, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed. We're like, I'm sorry, we couldn't recreate the problem. Here's 30 stardust. And we want to punch them in the head. The Gauntlet has come. Not mine. One, two, three, four, five. There's already 5 there. Alright, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up, man. I'm gonna try to get to my level 11. Probably not gonna get there then I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'll stream tomorrow though, or I'll be back if my gauntlet gets fixed. I will stream. I will stream it. My guy, good luck getting level 11 because it's really hard to get XP at levels like 8 and above because the missions give 150. We'll see, bro. We'll see. I shall see you all tomorrow.